Hi guys, welcome to Not Watch 716. I'm Eric, and we are here to play Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. Let me bring up my chat feature over here. I know, kitty kitty, I know. I suddenly have a very talkative kitty. It's crazy. Thankfully, he's, I think, addressing Michelle, not me. So, these meows are not for me, are not intended for me. Alright, let's get back to Guild Wars 2. Let me hide this. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Last time we left off, we were over here. We had used up. We had done all the flashbacks to the people who supposedly we cared about or were emotionally invested in. I would have liked more stuff to deal with our personal story, but I think by this point they were just doing what they could. I like that they tried. Some of it was okay, but I would say I would have liked more. All right, let's talk to meet with Tammy at the excavation yard train station. Oh, right, should probably turn on the music. You're back. Think the alchemy. You're okay? You still have the recollector, right? Didn't explode or. I'm fine. The recollector's fine.
Though I should probably test out its other functions.
There you go. I had a filter. This map is hard, by the way.
You're letting me borrow Scruffy? Won't that be a bit tight?
I'm a big char. You're a tiny Asura. That will not fit me. Emotional release is the name of the next chapter. Great. Michelle, earmuffs. This is going to be spoilers for you. It's fine. If I already know it, you'll know it. Open the recollector. Some emotional essence to crack. Moderate amount. Okay. A lot of damage. Okay, so a lot of this emotions. So this taunts them towards me. This does some damage and torment and distracts them. And this does 7,000 damage and hits them with confusion in a radius. Okay. So test the effects on Jade Boss. Alright, so it wants me to do all three of them. I know, meow, 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 meow. You're very insistent, little guy. I know. Michelle. Michelle. Okay, that should draw it. Nope. Cool. And so now I distract them, which is kind of like a fear. Then shebang. Very nice, very nice. This is gonna be a bit. And bam! It's different. I just gotta look at my timers. Oh, Mojack Cranberry, why didn't it pop up on this one? Oh, it's a bit of delay. Kitty, kitty, kitty. I know, Cranberry. Welcome to Guild Wars 2. We're fighting with emotions at this point. Oh, okay, so that was it? Sure, I guess we're done. So long, Abyssal. This is cute. Yeah, I guess. Right? I know, meow, 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 meow. Oh, he's on the shelf. I have a shelf kitty now. He's at the window. He started to explore new things. So when I was here last time, it was just Timey. Now it's Goric and Timey. Now discuss the experimental results. Oh, man.
Yeah. By the time we lure the big guy to the surface, all those little ones will be taken.
Oh, and Roma.
Especially when they get away from the commander. No offense.
What if we block the path as we go? Could Finn knock out some more walls?
Ah.
Or even the-
How are you doing tonight, Cranberry?
Those walls are solid. Even if we
It's
had
been a long day.
pizzazz, I'm not sure how safe it'd be.
Before you go blowing up the place, take a look through my storage crates. I brought a few extra supplies. But
Joel Moose here. Oh, there he is.
There's something useful.
Oh yeah, before I do that, check this out. So see my dude? So one of the things that we have here is not just our characters, but we have mounts. I was playing some Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom this evening to unwind from the week. You know, I don't think I've played any other Zelda with the exception of the first game and the second game. I have never played any of the other Zeldas. And I like Zelda. I think I like Zelda 1, and Zelda 2 left such a bad taste in my mouth that I didn't want to play it or anything like it again. Which is weird. I'd like to get back to it. I assume you're playing it on the Switch? Oh, right. Mounts. So we have different mounts. So, for example, here's a raptor that I can ride for speed. This one's customized to me. And then we have a bunny. And this one jumps rather high. Then we have a skimmer, and it's there to float above the water or under the water. I have a specific type. Then we have a sand jackal. There's some teleports. Zelda 2 is a unique entry in the series. Yeah, that's what I heard. I wanted to skip it in our Nintendo playthrough, but Michelle wanted to try it, so I'll get a walkthrough and I'll have her try it. So that way we've tried all of it. None of the other games are quite like it. It's not... I know they tried something different, and really I should give them credit for trying something different. I just didn't like it. Hey, speaking of Michelle, hey, could you please turn on the air conditioning with your awesome phone? Now this mount right here is one that Michelle likes a lot. It's a racing roller beetle. Before our long break, Michelle used to ride them everywhere. Like a rocket just going crazy.
Get somewhere.
This is a war claw.
Be there now.
It's ferocious.
Be there now.
Back then, there was no established standard of what Zelda should be like. It was common for sequels to be nothing like their first game. Right, I'm thinking about like Castlevania 1, Castlevania 2. Very different. Super Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers 2 in Japan was much of the same, but the difficulty ramped. But with Doki Doki Panic, they switched it into almost a completely different game. I mean, you're right in some cases. I'm trying to think of other sequels of the games back then. I mean, Mega Man kind of repeated it over and over again, but I guess that was the exception at the time. I wonder why they tried to make it so different. Because it was a few games during that time that did go on that fad. So here was the first flying mount. It's called the Griffin. It's pretty cool. And then I use this one a lot. It's called the Sky Scale. The first one was like a jet. This one's kind of like a helicopter. And then I just unlocked turtles. I don't know if you've ever seen Godzilla movies or big monster kaiju movies, but Gamora! Gamora! Boop. So that one was fun. I just got that one. Alright. I should probably get...
Cranberry, answer that question. Do you know Godzilla?
Master Splinter has touched you well. Have you ever seen any Gamera films? I don't know if you like big monster films. legitimately acquired goods. I love that it's in captions, like in quotation marks. Michelle literally says legitimately acquired goods on these. Michelle just logged out.
Ooh, stylish. Though the print might be a bit loud for you, Chap. And that cut leaves nothing to be imagined. Shut up.
Okay, so it was an outfit that he opened up that was a little bit too much for him. What is this? Charging station, what is this? Region lore. I've seen some Godzilla movies, but not all that often. Mom didn't rent Godzilla movies when I was a kid. My friend, a few of my friends actually, Kevin and Nick, are huge Godzilla fans. I showed Kevin a thing about Gamera. That's where we came up with. That's where we realized it's an homage to Gamera. That's a B class of a Godzilla movie, which already itself was a B class. So C class, I guess. Ooh, I like your face paint. Yeah, because a lot of them weren't released in the United States and were Japanese only, it was difficult to.
Hello.
Suddenly a Michelle.
Kisses.
Kisses. What is this? Fragile boxes.
Can't look. Don't look. Okay. Good night.
So don't dodge roll. Have a good. You gonna get ready for bed? Okay. Okay. Thank you.
What part of don't blow up the place did you not understand?
Please,
You'll
my
try a
volume's up.
full-scale tape.
Let's try.
Oh, dynamite.
The demon is dealt with.
My mom doesn't particularly like Japanese media,
Still in
which is ironic given the name I was given, right? I would have thought differently. So if your mom didn't particularly like Japanese media, what got you into Japanese? Was that just you doing it on your own? And how old were you when you started learning Japanese? Because you got rather good at it. My mom just didn't like Godzilla movies because they were violent, apparently, or monsters, and she didn't like monsters. Is that a body?
Why is it in my store?
Huh.
That's a script. Dead script. Or sleeping script. I like that we're sorting through his junk. Or rather, legitimately acquired goods. It got to be back in 2003. Through Phantasy Star Online. You know, I was a big fan of Phantasy Star, even though I didn't really play it on the Genesis. I liked the design work. I liked the sci-fi aspect of a role-playing game. Wow, so back in 2003 is when you started interacting with Japanese people? And how'd you learn? Did you use a program? Did you use books? Did you take classes?
To explain why the Brotherhood has an ancient Kurzik rune in its possession.
It was acquired from the speakers. Apparently, Tetra found it useful. And it's in our best interest to keep using
Oh, hey! Tristan, tell me you're on. Hi, Wins! Welcome! I ended up doing
We can shove it in
the meta for this map twice now. I thought it was a dead map,
children.
but I waited until after reset.
considering that it's now Brotherhood.
Wow, Kerry, that's awesome. I assume you did that of your own incentive, and I assume that your mom wasn't a big person that was helping you with that.
Well, we have a seal. That's a start.
Is anyone here versed in
How are you, Wins?
virtual magic?
Also, Wins, check it out. Look at this. Meow, meow.
Sort of stuff. If we had to echo
Only took me about 2 weeks. Let me have a version. I know it took a bit. It took a bit. Library in Arborstone. Really? Oh, someone in Arborstone. Meet Rama in Arborstone. I enjoy it. I love the turns. It because it's a heavy dude. I don't think mom even realizes I'm capable of it. So over here, and then I try to turn. Meow. See how I drift? Look at that booty, booty, booty. Meow. I love the turns. Meow. Meow. Does anyone in your family realize it? Because I don't think you're particularly close with your sister. It does. Whoever I've not been on, made myself 663. Aw, it's totally okay. I know these things happen. If you hear a meow in the background, that's the kitty who's finding his voice. He's starting to feel a bit more comfortable, so he's keeping us company over here for a little bit. I know, he's a loud kitty. I was concerned that that would annoy Michelle too much because she's not used to that. My sister has the tattoo on her shoulder. I asked her what it was. She said it was her name in Japanese. I didn't have the heart to tell her that no, 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 it does not. Well, what does it say? Well, I assume it's a kanji. I assume most people have a kanji, not katakana on their shoulder. So, what does it mean? Are you doing better wins? I know being sick sucks. Michelle, when she's sick, dead to the world. I usually take about a day or two to like just sleep, and then I'm better. It didn't say anything. It was just nonsense. Okay, I mean, at least it didn't say something like, I don't know, waffle iron, or I mean, that would have been awesome. It would have been a new nickname for her. So it was just a bunch of lines, I assume. Later, I got How's the Hulster banner. So
starting to think you forgot.
I'm not even sure it was even kanji. Was it Japanese? Could it have been probably Korean, perhaps? Yes, road today. Ooh. I just overdid it on Sunday. Understandable. Mom's horse has an abscess? What's an abscess?
The ancestors? Ah, okay, let me think. You said sealing rituals? I don't think incantations
What time of these days? Well, except today. You have to impress the ancestors, that kind of thing. You said seals rituals.
Around the library's occult section.
I can see it.
If I were you, I'd start with the Kestrel archives.
Inner hoof.
Whole collection of ritual
What is an abscess?
useful.
But yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell her that it isn't what she thinks it is, and someone basically scammed her. Yeah, and that's not something that you just go, all right, let me just erase it and then correct it. That's something permanent on you, dude. Yeah, I would have double and triple checked before I had. Then again, I'm also not a huge like person to put tattoos on me without really overanalyzing it, then overanalyzing it two more times before verifying that it is the thing that I want, the size that I want, and the place that I want. Think like a blood blister. Oh, ouch! But you have to walk in it. Ow, ow, ow! She was a three-legged lame. Ouch! Does it go away over time? Does it just go away on its own? So House Zuhelzer, the Kurziks, in Guild Wars 1 factions, which is 250 years before this, that was one of the groups in this area. That's why it was called factions, is because there was two groups, the Kurziks and the Luxons. And House Zuhelzer was one of the noble houses within the Kurziks. I know because I was a huge Kurzik fanboy back then, and I chose House Kurzik. My Michelle actually enjoyed the Kurziks okay, but I think she liked the Luxons a little bit better. I think she spent time with the Kurziks because of me. Yeah, my sister just pretended to be into Japanese when it was trendy. Yeah, that was what, the late 90s, early 2000s. She doesn't actually know anything about it or actually care about it. She doesn't have a Japanese name as well, does she? Are you the only one in your family that has that? So the story from this character was that he was a very big fan of the stories of Cantha, not realizing it was a human story. He thought they were all Char, and so that's why I named him Nguyen, based off of the character that I had in Cantha Factions, reading about it and looking at it like as a hero. His dreams were eventually popped when he was told that it was a human thing and that there are no Char in Cantha. There are no cats in America. Convinced her to let us soak in and trimmed her hoof some was what it did at me in. It started to dribble some now, and she's walking better. That's amazing. That's great because I'm sure that would hurt. I'm glad that helped. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm the only one in my family with a Japanese name, and Mom did not even know the name was Japanese when she gave it to me. Okay. I mean, that's ironic because in some ways, your mom's just like your sister in that she chose something she didn't know much about, but she thought was cool. I mean, for what it's worth, I like your name. Then again, I might actually just like the scribbles that is pretending to be kanji on your sister's shoulder. Rather bold. Bold choice. I used to do all their who's before Lupus got me. Aww. Who does all the work now? Do you guys have people? Did you guys employ people for that? Or does another family member do that? Or is it just not done? Wow. A lot of stuff. A farrier comes every 6 weeks. I had never even heard of a farrier. Huh. That's a new name. Okay. Is it up there? Am I just not seeing it? Yeah, my family has a rather weird history. I think every family does in different ways. I think everybody's weirdness is unique to that particular family. I mean, I, I think yours helped to kind of steer you in a direction of a rich culture and idea and making a lot of friends in that way that maybe you probably wouldn't have. Owls are all barefoot, but some are blacksmiths too. Some horses are barefoot? Or your farriers are all barefoot? What do you mean by barefoot? I don't want to belabor the point too much, but I know little to nothing about animals. That is a huge. Our horses don't wear shoes. That's what I assumed. But when you said some of them aren't blacksmiths either, it threw me off. I was like, wait, the horses aren't blacksmiths? Well, of course not. They don't have thumbs.
Been a while since I checked anything out of the library. Don't tell Valeria.
Well, that's cool. Huh. I'm glad that there are people that do that. Some farriers are blacksmiths. I see. That makes sense. Because you're working in that field, why not just push it a little bit further, diversify your offerings, and make yourself a bit more valuable? Okay, so there's books, but there's no sections labeled. Some just battered Tengu refugee in general. Oh wow. Oh wow, okay. Wait, why are the Tengu refugees here? The Huangs are getting nervous. We've been hiding in their barn now for 7 months. Bruh. And ministry officials have been close to discovering us at least a dozen times. I could barely get Jiki into the straw last time. He doesn't understand why we have to do this. I had to hold his beak tight to keep him quiet. They make the shoes to fit right, specialty shoes, etc. Oh! Oh, that's cool. Michelle, my girlfriend, actually does that, but for humans. So she's like a human farrier. a Pedorthus, technically, but I will call her a human farrier. More than once, I've been called the glue that holds my family together. That's one, that's flattering, and that's very big of you. You have a very big heart. Two, that's also an unfair burden to place upon you because you shouldn't be the only one that's doing that. Everyone should be contributing to it. That we talked about it before, and I always feel like that's a bit much of a responsibility. It expresses your big heart for sure, but I think it also I think it's important to have your own respectful boundaries, not only for yourself, but also so that they can help step up. My mom used to do that a lot. I are I don't think you're the oldest sibling, are you, Cranberry? Yeah, the middle child. I think yeah, the middle child of three, right? Right wins. Typically, it's the older sibling who does that. Um, I specifically avoided that responsibility, and I'm the oldest of four, so I don't really do it. Um, hey, um, but I understand that I clearly don't, and in many cases, my relationships with my siblings is because they've done the work to kind of reach out to me, and I understand it's an unfair balance, and I really am trying to care more to make an effort. But I mean, in the end, I mean, for Cranberry, hey, as long as you're happy and it doesn't feel like an obligation or unfair, hey, you do you. If it feels a bit much, it's probably because it is a bit much. Um, but it's on you if you want to go down that path. It's a lot of different ways, but that's life. Finding your own way is life. You're never lost. You're never wrong. It's just, it's all steering you forward towards the person you want to be or the person that you are. I've had to learn to step back and say no. Same here. I've had to, I've had to find a respectful and caring way to say no without just being an a-hole and putting up walls. Communication is important, especially in a relationship. It doesn't even have to be romantic, like a familiar relationship or a friendship is also built on communication. Yeah, my brother, then me, then my sister. Okay. Then, like 30 years later, my dad forgot to keep his pants on and had two more kids, so two more really little sisters. 20 years, 30 years. Wow. That's a huge difference. I have two half brothers on my dad's side for similar reasons. Um, I believe one is older and one is younger. I don't recall. They may both be older. I haven't really communicated with them very much. I think I've only met them. I met one of them two times in my life, and I met the second one, three times in my life. The third one was a surprise. He decided to drive cross country from Pennsylvania all the way to California to meet back up with us because he remembered that 20 years earlier we had met up and he really liked us. Um, and my brother Oscar and I housed him, took him in. We spent like a weekend with him before he had to go back. It was very nice to meet him. He's a very nice, enthusiastic guy. We really had very little in common because we were just raised in different cultures. But a very sweet guy. But those two absolutely love and adore their grappling hook really big sister. Aww, that's super sweet. I'm sure they look up to you. So as awkward a situation is, it's not their fault, and they absolutely love me. And I don't think it was ever their fault. I mean, I wouldn't blame them. How dare you for being bored? um, I'm glad you have a relationship with them. Um, my brother jokes that I have NPC energy sometimes, in that I, I don't really engage with people. I wait for them to engage with me. Um, and and that is difficult only because I just I'm not really motivated to. I don't feel a drive for it. I don't feel like a necessity or an emotional necessity out of it. Um, like being here in this relationship is something I have to consciously think of hey, have have I shown Michelle that I care about her today? Have I expressed some way? Hey, she's home. Hey, I should be like this. Hey, I should do that. And so it's a lot of those reminders to remind me of what I'm looking for and what I'm trying to be, and to try to keep working on that. I was estranged from Dad for a long time. I'll tell that story another day. So don't further. No, it's fine. I can play this game anytime. Really, I enjoy chat. You guys are here because, like, one, this is social engagement. Like I just finished talking about, I don't find much of a motivation to engage socially with people. So this is a great reminder for me to refine those techniques. And two, I'm here to entertain you, and I'm here kind of to play a game. But mostly, like, if you guys want to talk, I'm happy to go into that as well. You guys are my audience. You guys are the people here, and really, I enjoy these discussions. I love theory. I love socializing. Just keep in mind, it's going to go on YouTube and it's being streamed. So whatever you'd like to reveal or not. And you have my private inbox at Cranberry when it's always open to you. Michelle wanted me to remind everyone that this is on the internet, by the way. Mom, my sister, and I all live on the same property. We have our own houses, though. Oh, that's really cool. My brother Oscar would ideally love something like that. I don't think I would. We have our own houses, though. We do best when we have our own space to retreat to. Likewise. Except my space tends to be cities, if not counties, apart. Uh, so this is the note for refugees. Interesting that they're going with this angle. Now, keep in mind, this DLC, this expansion, was released what, 2 years ago? Anyone tries to come up unannounced, the Great Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd will eat them. The Great Pyrenees? Is that like mountains? I think I remember you said you were in South Texas. Long story short, Dan abandoned the family before a long time. You know, there are a lot of dads that do that. My dad did that for a while. He got cancer years later. Ouch. My friends in Japan insisted I call him, saying I'd regret it forever if I didn't. That's debatable, but I think they're trying to err on the side of caution. And I understand that. It made me promise to call him. I did. We talked 45 minutes and in the end mended our relationship. That's great. Thanks to people an ocean away. I'm really happy for you. I know a lot of people do regret it, and that allows them to have some closure and have a better idea about it. I'm glad you did. Those huge white furry dogs, livestock guardians. Wow. So have you always been around animals and pets, Wins? That beat the cancer. Wow. And is still alive today. That's amazing. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he was able to have the courage and find the words and the tact to kind of make amends with you, and to have the strength to beat cancer. That's tough. My mom beat cancer too. So I understand. Been showing horses since I was 8. But like, not just horses, right? Like dogs. Have you had cats? Have you had other pets? It just seems like you're surrounded by a menagerie. Haha, look at that $5 word. Oh yeah, cats and dogs. Wow. Yeah, growing up, we didn't have pets because I had 3 other siblings. My mom felt that that was enough. She didn't want anything else. So growing up, I was never around another animal until probably my late 20s. Yeah, my late 20s, early 30s, when I had a girlfriend who had 2 cats. And that was kind of my first exposure to it. And thankfully, they were very friendly, they were very nice, and it made it kind of easy to transition. But we had a clear separation. My girlfriend and I ended up having separate bedrooms. And so the cat stayed with her. So really, like, she took care of the cats. She did they were her cats. My room was closed to the cats. And so it was a good idea at the time. In hindsight, I think it was a bad idea because that separation kind of led to a separation of intimacy, both physical and emotional. And eventually, I just felt like I was better off without her. Um, and we both drifted apart in the process. So while I understand that it might work for some couples, I don't think it worked for me. I don't think it will work for me in the future because I think just it leads to that. We had an ex-place dog when I was little. Parents had to go knock on the door and have mom get the dog was on guard. Ah, that's super sweet. It's ironic because my two brothers, the moment they moved out, like within a month, they both on their own, without asking anybody, got dogs. Um, Even my sister got a dog. That was maybe like 5, 6 years after she moved out on her own. So and I'm not an animal person. I'm not a big, as you can tell by me not knowing much about it. So really, my exposure was to cats, and they seemed kind of easy because they kind of didn't need attention, and I think the attention was too much for me with dogs. Um, I barely give attention to siblings or my friends. uh, or even Michelle sometimes. So I try and I work hard with her, but I think that effort, I didn't want to do extra effort for an animal. So like I was okay with the cat because to me it felt like low effort. Um, but it's different. It's certainly different. And with Cookie, the new cat you've been hearing, um, he came from two former homes, spent time in a shelter, all before around the age of 2. And so he was very traumatized for, I mean, I'm sure that they yelled at him because he is very flinchy and very scared. He's gotten a lot more comfortable, but with Cookie, Michelle wanted us to like be co-owners. Um, so I've tried to invest more with him, but it's clearly a lot. I can tell the difference. I'm more of a cat person than dogs, mostly because dogs can be so needy. Right. Though my two cats are pretty clingy. 16-year-old. Wow. Michelle's old cat, Blackie, died around the age of, I think, 8 or 10. Um, and I felt very bad about that. He went into sleep, but I mean, it still sucks. That was Michelle's first only pet that was specifically hers. Cookie is ours. Aw. At refugee stores are always difficult because I would find it difficult as a writer to write it. I think they are important stories to tell, but it's also difficult to get them right. Is it good smut at least? All right, let's check these out. Haha, get it? Because I'm at the library. She still races around. Aw. Slower this week, but with weather changes, but I sympathize. My body was screaming too. Aw. I'm sorry to hear that. But certainly do appreciate every moment you have with them. 16 is about typical end year for a cat. Wow. Yeah, Michelle felt that Blackie was a bit young. Though of course it can vary. Blackie was unfortunate that he left us earlier than usual. Yeah, she certainly felt that. She wasn't ready. Sometimes that happens, don't no fault of the owner. Yeah, he showed no symptoms. He snored a bit when he slept, but I found it adorable because Michelle also snores. And there would be some nights when Michelle is snoring and he's snoring and they're alternating in their snores. So it was adorable. I can sleep through it. It's no big deal. When I went to boot camp, I kind of learned how to sleep through a lot of stuff. So it's not a big deal for me. I just found it adorable, but I was also concerned about his breathing, if that would lead to it. And lo and behold, it did increase his likelihood of a heart attack, and he did likely die of a heart attack in the end. But I mean, we would have liked maybe 8 more years with him. But sometimes it's just not the case. And so now we have Cookie, and we waited a few months to kind of get over it and be willing to like get a new pet and not try to just place one into the box of the previous one, you know? Hardest part of having a pet, but to go peacefully is good. I'm going to tune in. Okay, Cranberry, well, thank you for tuning in. I know it's really late for you, and I know you're not used to it, and I know it's a long week. But thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And I always like hearing from you and about you. Have a good night. Mojasumi. Romance spells for the romantically inept. Didn't realize this is what was out. Charm them with this handy list of flirtation terms. Has the dating scene left you more jaded than an Echavald pit mine? Are your conversation starters doubling as conversation enders? Then you, my friend, have come to the right place. Our how-to guide takes a streamlined, no-nonsense approach to all things amorous. With our simple cheat sheet of easy-to-remember incantations, you can go from limp Noxie Bay fish to the alpha drake of your dating pool in no time. That is cute. An additional note in exceptionally fine print reads, attempting and or successfully performing a libidinous incantation on unknowing or otherwise non-consenting parties is prohibited by Canthan Law, Legal Code, Enchantment Law 109-21. Roman spells for the romantically inept and affiliates are not responsible for the unlawful use of this guide, which is intended for entertainment purposes only. Have you read any of Snargle Goldclaw stuff? Yes, I have. I think I read like one or two. It's that slash fiction about Ritlock and Logan, right? I know he changes their names. I think I read like two. Yes. I read two and I was like, wait, what is? Oh my God. I mean, it's cool. I love that they put it in there. It's really cute. I enjoy exploring more aspects of this story in different ways. Yes, I've only read like one or two. Char romance author. He has a whole little side quest. Where is it? Is it? It's not in Story Journal, is it? I think it's an End of Dragons, and I think it's Cantha. Where is it? No. I forget the name of the achievement. No. Is it? Huh. I thought it would have been in Cantha because I think it crosses the areas. Is it Arborstone? No. Character growth? Ah, that's what it is. Character growth. Help Snargle Goldclaw overcome a slump in his career. I know he's out in Tung. Yes. But Arborstone, he's here as well. And so there's a whole list, and at the end, you get a mastery point and you get the title Well-Rounded. Yeah, find out what is bothering Snargle Goldclaw currently in Arborstone. Then talk to Mori Village about obtaining a Tengu-made bow. Get a toy bell. Apparently I did that. Purchase tea in a teapot from Lady Conda's tea house. So there's a few stuff to do. And I would love to do that in time. I haven't done that one yet. I would highly recommend it. It's cute because it gets... So for my Char, since in my roleplay head, I had him be a huge fan of Cantha. I love that he's here, and I've tried to do as many of the achievements of this area with him. Kind of showing that he's exploring it further. As you can tell, I got a few already over here, and I'll be doing some more. with him specifically. But yeah, it's an Arborstone if you're interested, and it's character growth. But yeah, see, one of the first things I did was the fate of House Zuhelzer. Yeah, I'll end up doing a lot of these. It's gonna take some time. And that's aside from the story journal about End of Dragons Act 1. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 achievements to go with. I got 3 achievements in Act 2. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 achievements in Act 3. I got a ton in Act 4. What the heck? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 in Act 4. I must have just sped through that. I only got 1 left in Act 5. I like having goals for myself. It gets me interested. It gets me involved. And then I got all of this to kind of go through. And then delve into the haze. I already got some stuff. Oh, these are very nice. Yeah, a lot of this is the meta. It'll just take some time. All right, so there's stuff to do. Obviously, how dare this game give you stuff to do? I only have eyes for Moo. We were just talking about Snargle, Goldclaw. Chapter 1. All right, let me see if I can ASMR this sucker. In my attempts to pull this closer, I unplugged it. Let me see. We good? I think we're good. I think only area I have all achievements is Heart of Thorns. I know I did I did not do the migraine stuff, so I got a lot of achievements, as you can tell. 24,000. Let's look at Story Journal. Heart of Thorns. Act 1, everything. Woohoo. Act 2, everything. Woohoo. Act 3, everything. Woohoo. Act 4. Oh, I do have migraine. I don't have Flights of Fancy, which is avoid getting hit during the all-force flight section of the final encounter. And that's just kind of luck at times, too. And then Unblighted. I haven't done that one yet. I do want to go back and eventually do these two. Just because it's so annoying to still have that on there. That is easiest to do with the party. Yeah. I'll see what I can do. If you happen to be on during that time, well, I think the only one you got left is just Migraine, right? If so, I'd be happy to team up with you to do that one. Now that I have a stronger character, and my girlfriend also would be happy to if we plan it out ahead of time. Saturdays, I think like around noon, tend to be the best for us to do stuff like that. Again, if you're available, if you'd like to, all these things, we'd be thrilled to. See, Gates of Maguma. Ever since season 2, I've been trying to do all the achievements. And I've been doing that for quite a bit. Then I stopped. So now I'm trying to catch up. But it gives me things to do, which I really like. So you die before the rock tossing stuff and sit up there and what? No! Does that count? That is so cheap! Oh my god! I didn't think about that. Oh. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can talk to some people and see if they can help carry me through that. And have them format it. That I didn't think about that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Wow. Wow. Yeah, okay. That works. Alright. Chapter 1. Wild Nights and Forbidden Delights in Echovault. Chalmu. A mossy voice wafted wafted its way through the stifling air of the Sapphire Sisterhood's hidden storage room. From beyond the cloak of shadows, its owner, a lush warden, stepped into view. Tantra Mooncall, leader of the local Shriekers gang. Her warden's limbs were strong, yet delicate. Her blooms ample. I got it that way after helping others with migraine. Okay, and no one helped you with migraine? That's too bad. If you want to let me know, I'd be happy to help you with that. And if it's before 9 p.m., preferably noon on a Saturday, let me know and I'll see if I can... Oh, you have migraine. I thought you said that was the only one that you were missing. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got it. Tantra, did anyone see you? A rugged voice replied. Chalmu, leader of the Shrieker's prime rival, the Sapphire Sisterhood, stood rigidly in the moonlight. His tattooed, recently moisturized torso seemed to hypnotize Tantra's gaze. Just those random group LMG. That's hilarious. I'll see if I can find one. I waited for the Sisterhood scouts to change watch for the night, just like you said. How many pages? Okay, 3 pages. Good. Oh, Tantra, another minute without you, and I would have burst into Shrieker's folly for just a glimpse of you. Chalmu, you know our gangs can never find out about us. My Shriekers, your Sapphire Sisterhood, they'd never understand. We're rivals, I tell you. Rivals! But her emphasis on the last word rang not as a warning in his ears, but a siren's song for the longing buried deep within him. He threw his arms around her, pulling her trunk to his chiseled abdomen pressed against her rigid bark. It is West Side Story. Most of these tend to be that way. Till the light, stinging pain of their combined friction faded to dull pleasure with each cadenced undulation. Oh, Tantra. Oh, Chalmu. If I was Chalmu, I would be furious, by the way. Well, flattered, then furious. In the sap-sweet throes of their heightened pleasure, they failed to notice that the moonlight illuminating the room now found itself eclipsed by a shadowed figure. I see your evening visits extend beyond the comforts of my mansion, Tantra. It's very soap opera-ish. I like it. I love that they included it here. Oh, wait, is there a person near there? There is. Can I talk to her? Aristocrat? No. It's because I'm a char, huh? Because I'm a char. You stole Ascalon. You tried to steal Ascalon from us. We took it back. What a snob, right? Alright. Oh, I can talk to Danny over here. Danny's not too big for me. But let's find out what book he's staying in front of. Carnivorous Carpentry. Sadly, the text on his ancient tome is so faded it's illegible. Far overdue to be removed from circulation. A shame, considering the intriguing nature of the premise. Carnivorous Carpentry. What's up, Danny? Hello there. They have so many good books here, and somehow a lot of Snargle Goldclaw already. He moves fast. By the way, fellow Char, just so you know, the importance of reading in the Age of the Dragon. Aren't we post-Dragon now? Ask any of Cantha's most influential figures the secret of their success, and you'll likely receive the conventional responses. An early bedtime, a healthy diet, and if they're the epitome of overachievement, an exercise regimen. But one surprising thread of commonality connects vivacious entertainers and high-performing athletes to the most apt scientific minds of this generation, a love of reading. It's a pre-end book. Oh, so this is the pre-moment while we were in the Age of Dragon before we entered the post-Age of Dragon where we're at now. which I don't know what to call it, so I'll call it the post-Dragon era, and I'm sure we'll come up with another one soon enough. Maybe the Void era, but that just seems like we're giving all credit, all hail the Void. Um, in my head, there is a Praise Joko era that I would like to sneak in there somewhere. I've been helping my friend play through Living World Season 4, and boy, did they do a great job at writing Palawa Joko. He is very entertaining. Take, for example, Canada's notorious inventor and entrepreneur, Lady Yu Jun. I mean, you know how old books tend to be in libraries. Right. Right. They did. Wait, I just forgot what I was agreeing with. That's how quickly I just lost it. They did what? Joke. Oh, right. They wrote them very well. Thank you. Yes, I enjoyed it a lot. Um, I loved how they brought back the murdered Sun Spears as ghosts to fight. I love that they brought back the primeval dynasty, the one that experienced the scarab plague, and for justice to fight. It looked like the dead and the living teamed up against him, which was an awesome story. It really moved me. Uh, it was really cool. It was one of their better works that I felt honored what they wrote before and what they covered, and into going into something a new direction. I wish that they did more of their stories in that fashion when bringing back stories from Guild Wars 1 or characters from Guild Wars 1. It just feels like most of the time they're just killed off or ended so quickly, as if they just wanted to check a box and get it out of the way. And in fact, I wish Joko was the entirety of Living World Season 4. I don't think we needed Joko and then Krakatorek. I think Krakatorek could have been an expansion on his own. Hell, Joko could have been an expansion on his own if you really wanted to. Living World 4, Chad, a better story than some expansions. I agree. It just felt like it was a bit much. And I think that's a good thing in that I wanted more. Like, I think Joko took up the first half. I wish he was all of Season 4. I think they could have done a great job. I just don't think we needed Joko and Krakatorek in the same story, because it undermines Joko in the bigger picture of it. They do tend to do that a lot. I agree. I did. I again, I have the luxury of being critical about it while not being in their situation, not knowing their deadlines, not knowing their restrictions, not knowing the mandates from their parent company, all of that. I'm just looking at it from a writing perspective, ignoring all other restraints. And it's easy for me to criticize, and I try to be fair about it, but I also think from a marketing perspective they could have milked it into two. They could have done Living World Season 4 just on Joko, and then done the expansion on Krakatorek, and given themselves more room to get more stories done. I think they could have milked it for more money, and I think it would have been a better story. You are not alone. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about NCSoft. I, I personally don't have much of an opinion on them, but I don't know much about them other than I think they're an Asian company, and even then, I'm not sure where they're located. I think they're Chinese. I used to play Aeon. See, I never played Aeon. I saw the images and the posters and maybe like an ad or two, and it looked interesting. That's the one with like the wings, right? Like it looked like angels. It looked interesting, but I was already playing Guild Wars 2, so I was like, I don't get charged a monthly fee. I like what I'm playing in. It gives me a lot to do. So I didn't feel the necessity to jump to another one. So I never tried it. Did you like Aeon? Was it okay? What was the problem with it? If there was a problem. When I asked how she spends her precious free time, she mainly listed family time and reading. Unsurprisingly, she cited scientific literature as one of her go-to genres. but she also declared a love for, of all things, biographies of professional fighters who dominate the field of hand-to-hand combat. A poster child for interdisciplinary study if there ever was one. Many pages are peppered with small holes which might appear to work of peckish bookworms. Cute. Seems they've taken the book's message to heart. Cute. Okay, so not these books.
This book.
Snargle Goldclaw.
Goldclaw gave me a whole bundle for the library.
Oh, the head librarian.
Small it, please.
Meh. Oh, wow, I like your glasses. If you come for looking for books, I'm afraid I don't have many to offer. Seems like you have a lot of books. Yes, but things are such a mess. Things have been damaged, thrown on the shelves completely at random. I almost didn't try Guild Wars 2 after that. Oh, it was before you tried Guild Wars 2. The game itself was great. Okay. But the gold spam was so bad, you blocked the first 20 minutes of login. Ugh. Then 2 hours later, repeat because of new names. Oof. I remember that in World of Warcraft. And it tended to be pay to win. Oof. Oof. That's tough. Oof. I'm glad Guild Wars doesn't go that route. But again, I think it's mostly ArenaNet that's directing this pathway. Thankfully, hopefully. Because I think Aeon was made by a different developer, not ArenaNet. I mean, yes, the publisher is still NCSoft, and I'm sure they still have their own demands on it. The damage on the sales company random. Can't borrow books? I can't lend out what I can't account for. All right. To upgrade gear was an expensive items that had a chance. Oh, bleh! Like loot box. Like loot boxes. What the hell, man? Are you familiar with this Snargle character? Are all of his books like this? I like that the only answer you have is yes and yes. That's so cute, seeing new readers of Snargle Goldclaw. All right, what do we got here? Just a City Tengu, a story of comeuppance in New Kaining. This award-winning memoir details the life of a down-on-her-luck Tengu who opens the very first archery-themed tavern in New Kaining City. From a quick skim of the pages, the archery-themed tavern seems to be the least interesting part of the scripting page turn. Aww. I mean, I'm glad it was at least interesting. I just sad that their gimmick didn't really work. The gameplay was great, and I'm not normally a PvP player. Huh. Okay. Was the story good? I mean, gameplay will go a long while. But really, for me, if there isn't like a story included with it, the gameplay won't keep me around for too long. Pretty good for a MMO? That's great. It sounds really cool. That the pay to win sounds kind of horrible. The loot boxes sound miserable. What got you to jump onto Guild Wars 2? If you weren't a big fan of NCSoft. St. Victor, a legacy encased in jade. We find ourselves at the Harvest Temple, perched on the edge of history. As Vizu strikes lands, time itself seems to pause, as if rendered a mere spectre of fate. And to see that Shiro stands frozen, unarmed, vulnerable. From opposing sides of the room, St. Victor and Archimoras lock gazes. I believe St. Victor was for the Kurziks and Archimoras was for the Luxons. They were the leaders of those factions, of those houses, of those noble, well, the factions, I guess. Together they stride, side by side, two bodies choreographed by destiny. Which is funny because the Revenant specialization in End of Dragons is to do both St. Victor and Archimoras. St. Victor grabs the first of the blades, he palms the handle, still hot with Shiro's fury. Just stumbled on it when it moved to free core game. Figured we'd try it, bought Heart of Thorns 2 weeks later. That's awesome. I mean, I assume you liked it, which is why you're still with it. What were your first impressions? What did you like that were pleasant surprises, and what did you not like that hopefully got addressed, or you're still hoping to get addressed? Archimedes grasps the second. Each angles a blade towards Shiro's sides. Shiro inhales, closes his eyes, waits. The pierce of the blaze is instantaneous, cold, yet white-hot, concentrated agony. And it begins, reality imploding into pure energy, sight and sound blurring into something indistinguishable, the sheer force of life collapsing upon itself. Existence is a vast wind, a deafening hum, a hue of jade green. Yeah, he pretty much done nothing. Yeah, he explodes and traps everything in jade, killing a lot of things. Raising your wallow the right way. So the Kurziks ended up having wallow pets. In fact, I think wallows were hero henchmen you could hire from Houses of Heltzer. So, you brought home your newfound a family friend, remember? Congrats! Though some may find their robust appearance intimidating, these gentle giants are known for forming very strong familial bonds. And not so fast. In order to gain their trust, your wallow must be treated with both respect and patience. Proper training is key too. Your reading is interrupted by a large chunk of the page missing from the book. Upon closer inspection, it seems this page has been chewed out. You suspect the previous reader had their work cut out for them. Oh, it was probably their wallow that ate it. I like how different it is from other MMOs. Events and hearts instead of quest hubs. Exploration. All the voice acting. Oh, yeah.
That one has a paper cut too. Between the pages with my toes.
Anything you're a little critical about that you wish they would improve? Hey, Vigil Crusader. I'm also in the Vigil. Excuse me, I'm a bit distracted. Doing my best to find all the books on Canton military strategy. Though they have no one to war with lately, they once trained many great strategists. The burning of the Forever Tree. Wait, I have 10 minutes before this map closes. Why is this map closing? Okay, I didn't realize I was on a time limit, bruh. Oh my god, the rise of Reiko Murakami. I think that was one of the previous emperors. I need Kurzik warding spells. Oh no, ad. I'm sorry, Wins. Is there anything that you were hoping that they would improve? Or that they have improved since you first joined? Aha! Found it.
A beginner's guide to casting, disabling, and basic incantation. Sounds promising.
If there's anything on sealing incantations,
Probably, but still need some guidance. On to Pester Valeria again.
Was that still going on? I did minimize the amount of ads as best I could. I wish they wouldn't get rushed. Yeah, you and me both. Well, a lot of people agree with you. Midway in stories, not a fan of JPS, but they're not required. So, are JPS? Are you talking about jumping puzzles? I am horrible at jumping puzzles. I get so tense. Um, I joke with my girlfriend that it feels like my balls want to withdraw into my abdomen every time I jump. It's like, I don't like this feeling. Right? Oh, man. But in terms of rushed, I assume it's typical video game development. They just miscalculate how much time they have. And then they hit crunch time. And then it's, let's just wrap this up. Let's just wrap this up. Which is horrible. Because you figure they would have learned after all this time. Pacing, bro.
Welcome back, bookworms. Oh, is that Ludwig's anthology? That's a classic. Try anything out yet?
Well,
My depth perception sucks in real life. Don't rub it in game.
Beat yourself up.
I
This
I
time you-
try, But there are moments when I need my friends to help as mesmers, part me around.
With a simple spell and a
I am not a fan of it. I've gotten better over time, but I still don't like it.
I'm flattered, but this is above my skill level. You'd be better off asking the steward of the Historical Society. She managed to disable wards on some zoo helpser relics. Not sure if she can cast or not, but she's a great resource.
All right, we're next to in Arborstone's command quarters. Is that over here somewhere? I mean, I'm in Arborstone, aren't I? Am I not in Arborstone? I am. That's the command quarters. Got it. I mean, even Cantha felt a little rushed at times. Um, Living World tends to have a good pace, but the ending, sticking the landing seems to be a difficult thing for ArenaNet. Some I can do and help, but if it's a daily, I tend to use teleport to front, right? I agree. And you know what? Bless those people who do that. I always try to tip them. Those people are doing amazing work.
What brings you to me today?
I do love all the Kurzik stuff. I was a big fan of the Kurziks personally. Probably because their goth outlook.
It's not going great. It was passed down to me.
So did you? So Wins, did you ever play Guild Wars 1?
But I want to learn how to use it. And Valeria said you're the person to talk to.
Oh, she's very kind. So, I mainly practice in disabling wards. But some basic sealing work shouldn't be a problem.
All right, let the steward know when you're ready to begin training. Oh, we're going to learn this. I thought she was going to do it for me.
Now, you'll want to speak clearly.
I think they have more than one writing team. And they do.
Your desires.
So one does great, then another finishes, and splat.
I seal this pass before me. Two worlds.
But
all
it's
divided.
consistent in that weakness. That's why I'm like, really? No, never played that. Okay. Well, there are a lot of references to Guild Wars 1. Thankfully, you don't need to have played it in order to enjoy Guild Wars 2. But there are a lot of references. I know as I catch them here, I try to kind of mention them. Because, I mean, I was a big fan.
Delivery is a bit stiff. Say it as if the voices of all your ancestors who mastered this art now speak through you.
I'll try to do that.
My ancestors have never mastered this art. Are you talking to Rama?
Seal this
Okay, you are talking to Rama.
two worlds, one soul, divide.
That's cool.
All wandering evils and guard what lies inside.
It is. I think there's communication issues between the teams. IBS was the most obvious. It was also COVID. It was also, COVID. It was also. What am I doing here? What is this? Okay. It was also budgeting concerns. It was also them working on another expansion, or I guess NCSoft deciding that another expansion is more important. So then they lost members of their team for it. There was a lot of complications that I heard. I would have loved to have seen what they originally planned with it, because if you look at the trailer, it is not like how the game ended up being. There were centaurs in that trailer. What the heck? Where are those centaurs? There was more about the depths, like underwater stuff. What happened with that?
Oh, you did splendidly. And to think, we've only just started out.
It actually worked.
I would have loved to have seen their original idea.
Well, I think we're ready to go into now for a spin. Thanks for your help.
My pleasure. Blood relatives or not, I'm sure your uncle would be terribly proud of you.
I also wouldn't have already finished up their dragon story. I would have milked it for another 2 to 3 years. Boop. Emotional release completed. Achievement.
I was
There we go.
to the highest standards.
I'm trying to save all my luck now because I think you do a legendary thing with it over time. Yes. So, what are we doing now? Regrouping with our... Regrouping? Regroup with your allies and Galadelv to go over the plan. Sure. Where is it? Over there. Right now, not at office, expansions, and we're supposedly working on other games at the time. Yeah. Those games got dropped, and I'm sure NCSoft was like, expansion. Now. Yeah. All of that just combined to make it very difficult to pan out. And I understand, but that still does not make it a good game or okay. I I really think they could have done better, and I've seen them do better. Like we just talked about, Living World Season 4 was amazing for the most part. Um, I, I wish they would have done more of that. And there are moments. I mean, like, there's moments in this where it's really cool. In End of Dragons. Heck, there's even moments here in Galadelv that I really enjoyed the story. This map is very difficult. I'm very happy that people kind of... What? Is this a bridge? It doesn't. It doesn't. And IBS started great. Yeah. And Jormag was amazing. In the first few episodes, Jormag was amazing. I agree. I just think they rushed the ending. Ooh. I wish they did more. It seemed like a horror movie almost in the beginning, which was awesome. They hadn't done much about that. Jormag got done dirty. Primordus got done dirty. I'm very disappointed about that.
You can say that again. If everything's set over here, I'll go alert my crew. We've got siege turtles ready to mobilize.
Yeah, I was... They could have done an entire expansion around Primordus.
We'll head through first, clear things out. Then you come through and seal those X's. You need me? I'll be on comms.
Need some backup? Finn and I.
Stay with your friends. You need
Hey, Chilmu, do you know there's a smut book about you?
done with that seal.
And a warden?
It's yours. You're the one who knows how to use it.
I loved that eerie vibe. I was completely hooked. I was like, nom, 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 nom. I love this. This is what I like. This is what I was hoping for. I love that the Sons of Svanir were there. I love that Drakkar was brought in. I love that Javi's daughter was brought in, because Javi was a big character in Guild Wars 1. Drakkar was the character that had corrupted her brother, Svanir, who the Sons of Svanir are named after. And in fact, Jory ends up being one of your main heroes, one of your main buddies who's with you. And like, it's a great redemption arc for her and her family's legacy, fighting against a creature that ruined it. Like, all of that was awesome. The death of Almora was great. I think it was very well done, especially if you were invested in the Vigil story. I think it was great. I wish that there was more that would have been revealed to you if you were Vigil specifically to show the impact. But I think they did it fine. Those first few stories, really well done. I wish the rest of it continued in that way. Hey, Rama. Guess it's time to see if all our presents paid off, huh? You already managed once. At this point, it'll just be a show. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Think I got it down. And the seal's mine now anyway, so I might as well get comfortable using it. I'm here for backup. Am I talking to Finn? Beep boop. Do you require encouragement to aid you in facing the formidable yet plausibly insurmountable task ahead? Sure. Go you! You have got this. No one can do this quite like you. You are the real MVP here. MVP in appreciation, an abbreviation for most valuable person or player. Context dependent. Hurrah! Go get him, Tiger. Even Smoter got turned into a one-dimensional character. Yeah, I wanted to see more about the leaders. I wanted to see more about who would become the car-er of everyone, the con-er of everyone. Um, I wanted to see more about Ash, especially with how Ash has agents everywhere. I wanted to see more of that. I wanted to. I liked the glimpse we saw into the Fire Legion and their fall after you finished that dungeon where you took out their leader. I think Gaharin. I wanted to see more of that, like what happened in that fallout. Dungeons used to be the big thing. Dungeons used to be their versions of like fractals, raids, strike missions, and then they just kind of abandoned them, and that's unfortunate. And I hate that ArenaNet keeps recreating the wheel. Dungeons, and then what? Fractals, and then raids, and then strike missions, and then Dragon's Response missions. I mean, come on. Can we stick with something? Do we need to call them Dragon's Response missions where they're essentially strike missions? Do we need to call it Icebrood Saga? When, come on, it's essentially Living World Season 5, I think? Convergence is the new one? Stop, ArenaNet. You have a lot? Put it into these existing boxes. I get that you're trying to be innovative, but you're spreading the audience too thin. Um, yeah. And I think refining some of your older content might still be good. You come a long way, Finn. Good for you. Thank you for taking note of my deliberate strides towards personal improvement. Positive reinforcement registered. Boop beep. Hey, Yao. We were just talking about you. Is this nightmare over yet? Lab work felt like a vacation compared to this. You've been making a name for yourself here in the thick of things. That's high praise from someone who goes by the commander. Guess you bring out the fighter in me, but I should probably get through this before basking in compliments. And you will. We all will. Hey, Cholmu, who's my favorite protagonist in the smut/fiction? Agreed, but it's almost over. About time. Well, no use stalling. Already did enough of that. Just focus on what needs to be done. Stay strong. Hey, Timing. You know, you do seem more centered. And am I sensing some newfound resolve? Maybe a bit, stepping away to reflect had its uses. It's usually not a bad idea every now and then, for anyone. Doesn't mean everything will be smooth sailing from there, but sometimes even a little good goes a long way for staying motivated. Hey, Gork. Alchemy, it's finally time to set our plan into action. Oh, but what if I missed something? Or I could have run a few more tests, or gathered more samples, or you ran a science lab out of a tent in a mine. You did more than enough. Thanks, Commander. For something this critical, it's hard not to feel like you could have done even a little bit more. World versus World. Oh, man, that poor neglected World versus World. Alliances were promised for years before they finally did it. I'm not a PvPer, but I'm sure they lost a lot of people with that. So, yeah, I was not a big World versus World person, but I do know that they were neglected for a while. I did do PvP a lot in this. And even PvP was neglected for a while until they brought in leaderboards, they brought in seasons, they brought in more achievements, and then a lot of game balances. They tried to introduce another style of game in PvP, and that never caught on, and so now it's pretty much by the side. I think Conquest Mode is what it was called. It was weird. You've already done so much for yourself. If it's any help, some of your most of it work may very well help behind you already. Maybe, I don't know. Appreciate the sentiment. Descend once more into the depths to face the ravenous wanderer. That is such a brutal place. I like the art. I've always loved their art.
This is it. We practiced, we prepared, and now
Aren't they imitating the CC mode from Final Fantasy XIV next?
ready?
I don't think I've played Final Fantasy XIV, so I wouldn't know. Are they?
Okay, Commander. You'll want to get
Oh, right, this again.
entice it a little with the recollector.
Okay, where is it? Can I reach it from here? Sure. Hey, woo! Run! Where am I running? Oh, this way. Th- Thank you. It would be moving a waypoint here, but yeah. Defeat demons while attempt to cast a spell. Yeah, this place is very difficult. Really, Rama? This is not the time to mess up on your incantation. I really need faster recharge. Uh-oh. Hey, guys. Over here. Rama! Really? Bro! Yeah, I'm trying. F14 was moving their version of waypoints. Okay, an opposing team tried to push it to their end. Oh, yes, that's Conquest. They tried it over here. It did not do very well. I think players tried it very briefly and then got sick of it. But yes, that's kind of what it was like. They even introduced characters you could unlock with it. They had a whole thing planned. I mean, it's still technically there. It hasn't gone away. It just not many people in the community really select it. Like I know I don't, and it's not part of competition anymore. I believe it's called Conquest. Yes. Real. So that's. I mean, I guess they're not hiding their inspiration. I'm gonna call it inspiration. I didn't realize it was that much of a obviousness of it. Final Fantasy 14 is the MMO, right? Was Crystalline Conquest? Maybe Conflict. I loved it in 14. Okay. Cool. Wait, what? Low power alert? Okay.
Stop.
Yeah.
We need to get out of here as quickly as possible.
Besides, no, she never.
Guys, really? Rama. Collect stray magic to help Rama finish the incantation. Okay, where is it? Oh, there it is. There's no boops on my map, so I was just wondering. For a while there, I was trying to play through all the Final Fantasy games straight, like starting with 1. And I think I got all the way up to 12. I didn't beat 12. Need Kanaki to bitch at Rama, right? I loved Kanak's character journey. I wouldn't have predicted this character arc when we first met him in season 1. I think they did a great job. Whew.
Let's get the hell out of here.
12 was rough. I like the combat, but that story lost me. Yeah, it was difficult. It was very difficult. It was difficult to relate to. There was too many characters, too many things going on. I will likely get it on Steam, and I'll probably play it here. Um, I would like to continue my Final Fantasy journey. Really? And I can't use mounts? Oh, there we go.
Just can't believe it.
10 was your favorite. I like 10 enough. I think for me, I really loved 9. Mostly because of all the callbacks. But I also loved 6 a lot. I enjoyed 10 for what it was. I never played the earlier ones. Well, I mean, you have a chance with it now. I think on Steam. I think quite a few of them are on Steam now. If you're interested, of course. A lot of nightmares here. Yeah, if I ever had the money. Aww. Well, maybe I'll show it on here, and I'll see if I can, if you can live vicariously through playing through it.
Perhaps Gal's concern for Cholu is being amplified by the Jade corruption. We're likely seeing a memory reflective of their mental state. Now, just like my research said, the Jade
The Jade's been absorbing memories, huh? It's been the demon's influence. Okay. I have 10, 10-2, and 13 on Steam. I beat 10. I beat 10-2. I was pleasantly surprised with 10-2. I even got 10-3. I don't think I've played 13. So that's new for me.
Too late.
Oh, blast him with the Recollector? Okay. Oh, wow. There's a lot of them. Come on. There we go. There is an X3 actually. I believe there's an X3. I could be wrong. Or am I thinking of Lightning? I think, what is that? 15? 16? I think that one had 3 parts. I could be wrong. I think there was just X2. I don't think there was X3. I still have more of these guys to take out? Okay. I'm working off of old memory here. I really enjoyed 14 for the story, at least until after Endwalker. It's kind of stalled. I never played 14, again, because I was playing Guild Wars, if not Guild Wars 2 by then. Sorry, it's kind of stalled. Like, there was a lot of potential for it. Alright, let me bring him back over here. Alright, let me go over here. So I think only these ones with the cross swords count. Oh man, that one's not dead yet. I wish I had alacrity. Speed these up. There we go. Help Rama cast the sealing incantation. How? I can't afford the sub now, but I've heard Dawn Trail was meh. I was raiding Savage before I got too busy. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to argue against Guild Wars' methodology. In terms of, well, there's no monthly subscription. Which is why I really enjoyed it. Which is one of the reasons why I still enjoy it, actually. It lets me take some time off and come back later and it's still here waiting. And usually there's a whole bunch of stuff that I can now do. Like I'm realizing at this moment in time. Also, the community has always been really cool. It's been a pleasant surprise. I never expected. And it's been a very nice surprise. I got tired of the gear grind, which each expansion with 14, especially if I wanted to raid. Yeah, World of Warcraft was very similar. GW2 has spoiled me there, right? The more I play this, the more I get very spoiled. It made it hard to play other games. I feel bad for Chilmu, who's going through the ringer. Ride the zip lines to quickly reach Chilmu in the next chamber. Okay, sure. As soon as I can, I guess. I mean, I'm moving as fast as I can, but I don't know if you noticed, I'm a big char with heavy armor. And I'll blame the armor, by the way. Chugga, chugga, chugga. I don't know if you know it, but we char have a thing called Meattober. It's a trap! Hey, Shun! As you can tell, I'm getting deeper in Galadelves. I'm enjoying the story. I like the pacing so far. I'm just really concerned that they're going to not stick the landing, as usual. By the way, Shun, I'm a big fan of Meattoberfest. Alright, so how are we getting up there? I do love the zip lines. They're really cool. How are you, Shun? I was lucky to find 2 groups that were doing the map meta here in Galadelves. So I've done it twice now. Very, very cool. Sick again, sadly, but hanging in there. I'm sorry to hear that. Hang in there. Get lots of liquids. I'm not sure what you have, but I'm sure liquids and rest would hopefully help out. Bat me back. The Jade members beat back the Jade members against Ravenous Wanderer. Okay. There is an Ascended Armor that you can get from the map that I love. From this map? What's the Ascended Armor? I mean, I'm working on my Legendary. I think with this character, I have all Ascended already. And I think, really, most people who got to this part of the story already have Legendary. But I like their efforts. This part kind of went poof, oddly. Like, I started interested and then got nothing. Oh! What I'm really concerned about is that they ran out of time, budget, and focus. That same argument of, well, we have an expansion or we have another idea. Oof, I'm getting wrecked. It was a bit rushed. Yeah. It seems like that's a common theme with ArenaNet is we have other ideas. We started off with a great idea and just couldn't stick the landing. Oof. And that's too bad because the parts they do are very well done. If the team was bigger, they would be able to do so much more. I hope so. I feel like it's just time management or priority management, I guess. And I mean, I'm sure part of that is out of their hands. That they do have, they're still a business, and they do have to answer to people. Are we fighting him? He looks like he's running away. Well, and this could have led into Soto very well, right? I don't think they came up with Soto until probably like soon before they were releasing it. Like, I don't think they thought of it at this point in time. Maybe they did. It just doesn't feel like it. It looks like this was building into like a living world stuff. I hope so too. I just think the living worlds for Cantha expansion, the maps, were cut short because of Soto. Oh no. He's making a confession in front of everyone.
You couldn't have known what's wrong.
I would love more maps in Cantha, and I hope they do consider it. It's just at this point, I think they moved past this. Kind of like the dragons. But I mean, I agree with you. I do hope they do more. This was a great idea, and they introduced a lot of pretty cool threads that I would love to see continue. Let me make a correction. Continue well. Please don't pull a Primordus or a Lazarus and just do a one and done. Great. There. Let me switch the gun. Oh man, I really do love the rifle. This is one of the many reasons why I enjoy taking a breather. It's going to be very difficult to get rid of this and switch to spear for Jamthier. I'm not even 100% sure. Are you dead? Is that a ghost? You can do Wrathful Spirit. Yeah, but then I'm going to get rid of my axes, and one of them is legendary. I feel bad about giving that up. I mean, either way, I'll have to adapt. And really, this game is about adapting and changing up if you want. I'm not losing anything. It'll always be there. I get it. I'll certainly give it a shot. And I know, I think Shun was the one that told me that, like, you throw the spears. So it's still a ranged weapon. But again, I'll also be losing a legendary. Ah. Make a break for what? For the surface. Oh, okay. I do like their redemption stories they try to write up for these characters. I would have never guessed that Cholmu would be like a character I care about, but I kind of do care. He was a total scumbag at the beginning. I have so many weapons in my bags, and I think it's thrown in melee. Yeah, I mean, I will certainly cross that bridge when it comes to it, when I get around to Janthier Wilds. For what it's worth, I am looking forward to Soto. I have enjoyed my time here in Cantha, and I'll certainly spend a lot more time here with this character specifically. Okay, did I miss something? And then I switch it to Gunblade. Ooh. Ah, yes, the meta. This is where it adds up.
It's afraid. It's making itself seem worse than it really is.
It's puffing up.
I think Al had the right idea.
Collect the land depart the red collector. Okay. So. Alright. And I'm taking. Okay, so break all this jade. Normally this is part of the meta. There's a lot more people here, and this is a lot more crazy. But as we talked before, they're really lowering the bar with single player content, story instances. So yay, lowering the bar. Is there another Living World episode after this? Last it with. Oh, okay. Sure. Lend back up to yes, they can conjure pot. Turtles, where's the turtles? Right? Where's over there? Yeah, they're using the story to show the metas. I think that's a great idea. I think that's how they. I think that's how they should do it. Over here. Come on, monster. There we go. Give me a few more seconds. Give me a few more seconds. Dang it. Dang it! There. Okay, there's that. Splat, right? Aww. See, Chulma was very nice to Yao. So now we focus on the heart. I really should have gone the other way. 1, then 2, then 3. Can I hit it? Probably shouldn't play face splat with it. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I could normally hit it. Haha, your mechanics. Okay. Oh, wait, nope. My bad. Okay, and then we just repeat, right? Oh, man, we barely heard it. I do like all the small side quests and achievements that they did for the Kurziks and the Luxons here. The healer in me is cringing at your 60 steps of vulnerability. I I appreciate that, and I kind of wish you were here. I didn't expect to be going through this right now. I thought it was just a nice little trip into the caverns. Ugh. But I'm good. We're good. I like playing healers, and I like people playing healers. I think it's a very noble profession. Blast Ravenous Creature. Okay. Oh, don't. Can I Kamehameha you? Yeah. Lend backup to Rama so he can conjure up a positive memory. Okay, so boom. And then boom. Okay, we're going to have to go the old-fashioned way. Ow. There. Go, Rama, go. I was Sage for FF14 Savages. I have an Elementalist that is a support character. And so it's very difficult to play story stuff because that's one of the characters I was looking to do. It was either this one or my Human Elementalist. But since I am a support character, it's hard to do solo content. You know what? Let me try what I was talking about. Nope. And come on, number 3. There we go. No, I'll be here to raise from all the dead. LB? I wish I had something that cures my conditions. Limit breaks. Ah. Do they have limit breaks in 14? That's awesome. My old healing thing took away conditions. And then I had an extra skill that took away conditions. And so now that I don't have it, I feel very vulnerable. I leaned on it way too often. And so I think I got this. No, that just gets me out of done. Yes, and the healer limit break 3 raises full party from the dead. Holy shit, that's awesome. Blast it. Got it. Boop. That would be very helpful here. Same thing. Oh, okay, all of you guys. Come on. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I'm also still not used to going into Berserk mode. This over here, I have to remember to do that. Oh, what am I doing? I have a gun. Oh, when Tiny first met Gorik. Aww. Oh, right. There's a core here. Hi. I'm going to ignore mechanics and just attack you. Old-fashioned style. Maybe for my benefit, I shouldn't stand in those. You know... Ouch. We're still good. We're still good. I'm just smashing that F1 as often as possible. Don't be like me, kids. You should probably look at the mechanics instead of your character. Don't just smash buttons. Or punch face, bros. It may not turn out well for you. Especially don't do it outside in a non-instant situation. It will not end up well for you. I play Herald. Oh, that's cool. When I command here to get the squad back up instead they get rush ahead instead of those explanations. You know, that's a lot of patience when you're leading a group. I just finished doing that with the Fractal, and there was a lot of namaste moments. Did I miss getting this one? There. Oh, right. Kamehameha. Boop. Oh, is it me? Is it my story? Thank you. That's very sweet. Those corrupted jades reminds me of the icicles in the Ice Brute Saga that just burst out. Oh, you do Glint Ventari. I barely know about that. I remember Glint, and I remember Ventari. Isn't there the pale tree that you can also channel?
How could you say so many
Air.
things?
Hey, Alamora! I don't think my character was very close to air.
In my legacy.
More metaphorical, nice. That is a nice surprise. I like that. Deal the final blow. Hadouken. Yay! I would have liked to have seen some of my warband, maybe because in the Char story, you lose some of your original warband. So maybe that would have been kind of cool. I know that would have been a deep cut for people who didn't play it for like, what, 12 years now? But I think that would have been cool. For me, in my story. In my head, it'll be my old warband who also showed up. I'll probably replace Air. Nothing against Air, it's just I'm not a Nord, I didn't have much of a connection with her.
So,
You're welcome. We don't usually get thanks.
for the first time of many still to come, I can
The tablet can get people up if they're just down. Tablet, then elite for super heal. That's awesome. Is Ventari's tablet? That's what I thought. Not the pale tree. It's Ventari who is the healer. That's cute. I like that their first little case closed. I like that idea of Ventari a lot. He was in Guild Wars 1.
normally that kind of crap.
You mean Care Bear stared? We Care Bear stared it to death?
Maybe that's just the adrenaline talking. Nice work out there, Commander.
Thank you. That's appreciated. Hey, yo.
You trained?
Warm and fuzzy.
Is this how it felt when you collected memories? I wonder you're exhausted.
Maybe? It's a lot.
We all do.
Naps are always something most of the time are things I enjoy. 2 scraps of End of Dragon Mastery. Sure. Is there anything else in End of Dragons I'm trying to get? Oh, right. Yes, I am. Hello, Mr. Turtlemount. Hello, Skiff Piloting. I think I skipped that one to do these. I got 8 points. Oof. Entrapment completed. Yay! What lies within? Delving into the haze, and then End of Dragons Interlude. Alright. Leave the area to plan your next move. Sure. Check it out. 100% of the map. I need a few more points for that last turtle mastery. I think I'm going to end up needing the same thing. Oh, Rama. Hey, Commander. Long time no see. Got a favor to ask. Since we're done dealing in demons, thank gods, I thought I'd give the whole Red Duck Tea House a get-together another go. That's very cute. Final level with you. Truth is, I asked Min to dinner. Captain Min? At the tea house. But the closer it gets, the more I worry I'll screw the whole thing up. For as much BS as you all drag me into, I think having a few friends there would help things go a lot smoother. Gorik and Time have already agreed to show. If you wouldn't mind swinging by for a bit, I'd appreciate it. Hopefully see you soon. Yeah, of course. I like that. I like that it's a little side story. Oh wait. That's very cute. I like your outfit. Wait, is this you? Hey, Shin! How are you? Wow, you look amazing. What the hell are those wings? Oh, holy shit. Are you a Norn? What infusions do you have? Shun, this is exactly what I imagined a person who's been playing the game maybe for 12 years should look like. Gorgeous and ethereal. Very, very cool. Oh, there you are. Vermilion Wings backpack. Ooh, where do you get that? How do you get that? See, you got the Ad Infinitum. I got the Ascension from PvP. Oh, you gem-starred that one. Dude, the colors are amazing. Just the whole layout. Wow. I assume you have an infusion? You use those on Cran? Nice. Very nice. Very cool, dude. Oh wow, you have a whole bunch of stuff. Ah, Obsidian, look at you. Yeah, I got Ascended right now for most of these. Yeah, I think I don't know, it depends on how I do, but I would probably end up uh doing those legendaries for this character. Yeah, I think I may end up going with that because I think I'm gonna finish out her dragon costume. Ooh. I think I'm gonna end up finishing out the PvP legendary for my light armor for my necromancer. Uh, yeah, yeah. It looks like you have a couple infusions. That's why like this glow is coming from you, or is that your armor that's giving you that glow and the purplish skin? Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna finish up the PvP armor legendary for my necro, and that's light armor. And I think for heavy armor, I'm gonna end up working on Soto and then using those. Um, I was toying with the idea of doing world versus world since I'm working on confluxes, I guess, because there's two of them. But we'll see how I feel after that. Those wings are great without anything, though. Just the best wings. They look amazing. Ah, the arcane flow infusion. Of course, multiple infusions. Moto's unstable bauble infusion. Interesting. I haven't toyed around with infusions yet. What I got in terms of yeah, see conflict. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on two of them. See, right now I just got all ascended gear, and it's all just berserkers. I got legendary rifle, I got legendary axe, and then an ascended axe. They are very pricey. Yeah, I want to make two rings. I'm not. I haven't been able to find a group for raiding. Um, yeah. And so I didn't want to go with that ring, and I figured it's just easier to do world versus world. Yeah, see? I do got legendary back item, legendary accessory, legendary amulet, and then the two rings are ascended, and I'm working on those. The second ring is the last legendary thing I need. Wow, very nice. Very nice. Thank you for sharing. Uh, I don't know if you want to team up. Prismatic Champions, have you got this yet? Yes, yes, I do. Actually, you can see it on my screen. Yeah, I have it. I see you with no relic and was like, what? And then I remembered Soto. Huh? Oh, right. Um, I don't know what these things do. I assume they've replaced the fifth ranking of what some of the runes used to do. Um, I have no idea which relic to go with. Um, or at this point where to get them. You have a legendary relic? I didn't even know they had those in legendary. That's funny. Do you have a suggestion on what relic? Yeah, yeah. I think I did, and then I think I got rid of them. I think I'm gonna have to buy some because I think I don't have them anymore. Do you have a recommendation on which one I should use with my Berserker Char Warrior? Oh wow, look at that big guy. That's a big char. Has he started it? You will have to earn relics for each new expansion, but it isn't too bad. Okay, yeah, I think I did get a package, and I think I deleted it. I got 3 boxes with each tune. I think I deleted all 3. Damn it. Okay, I think I'm gonna check out the wiki, and I may have characters I haven't clicked on yet that may have extras. And so they're not soulbound, are they? I think they're account bound. I hope they're account bound. Um, if not, I wonder, are they on here relics? Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. Why are they so expensive? The cheapest one is 12 gold? The boxes are a count. Okay. Um, is there anything you'd recommend? Yeah, I may just have to look at. Oh, there you go. After using an elite skill? Okay. I think I'm gonna have to do some research. Do power. Relic of. Is there a relic of power? Relic. There's a lot of stuff. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. A relic of power. No, there's power boxes. Okay, okay. You can craft and you'll earn expansion relics from doing story achievements. Oh, okay. No problem. I'm fine with doing nothing with them now and then getting them in the course and seeing what power relics is a good start, the ones in there. Okay, I don't know what are in the power boxes. I know what you're talking about. 'Cause I remember that it was like pick a box, but I don't remember what relics within that box would work. Hmm. I'll do some research. I'll certainly do some research, and I think your suggestions of a power box is a good idea. Definitely. Oh, I also happen to get this in a Black Lion box. Personal Trader Express. Woo! So it makes it easier to pick up stuff. It's totally convenience. Oh, there you go. What was I thinking? Wiki, relic, chest. There you go. Thank you, Wins. Power. Awesome. All right. Well, there's a lot. Weaver, Thief, Fireworks, Dragon Hunter, Deadeye, Daredevil, Citadel, Brawler. I assume Brawler? When I grant protection or resolution to myself. I don't think anything here grants resolution or protection. Yeah. Huh. Okay, so maybe not Brawler. Maybe not Weaver. Citadel? That's weird. Maybe Daredevil after dodge rolling in combat or evading an attack? That's not going to come up too often. I don't have traps. Fireworks is good? Okay. Let's see here. Any weapon with a recharge time of 20 seconds or more deals increased. Okay. What do I have here? There you go. Headbutt is one. Wild Blow is another one. So that's two that we'll get that benefit from. Three, Blood Reckoning. So okay, we got that's a very good one. All right. So fireworks. You use Relic of the Thief. I can tell. I just don't think it works for me, unfortunately. I mean, maybe if I dodge. The Char of Time. Twice Told Legend. Very cute. What is a book club? Tail. Hello. Wow. 600 mastery points. That's insane. You're at 594. Citadel is a good CC one. Okay. Let me write down fireworks for myself, Citadel, and to check them out a little bit more. Because otherwise, I'm going to forget. Fireworks, Citadel. Cool. That way I can do some research, and that way next time it won't be a, is Eric running without any relics? How dare you, sir? That's embarrassing. I mean, this is also embarrassing. I really should have no exclamation points on these. How dare I? I mean, at least I don't have any greens here, guys. For seriously. I do my best. I do my best. I've been gone for a while. All right. Well, I don't know if you want to team up, Shun. I don't know this next part, if it's combat. I don't know if it's just chatty. I don't know if you have other things you'd like to do. But I'm open to it if you'd like to. And same with you, Wins, if you'd like to just tag along and check it out. The armor is at the merchant below. Oh, is there? Wait, the armor? What armor? Let's check out this armor. This guy? You're better geared than 90% of my characters. Well, I mean, this is one of my primary characters, one of my fun characters that I play. Whoa, I got nothing unlocked here. Then complete Special Ops Advanced Course 2. Special Ops Basic Course 1. Is this an achievement thing? Oh, there you go. I run Exotica most. Hey, and that works in most parts of the game. Unlock 2 or more Luxon Hunter skins. Bruh, I'm a Kurzik. Kurzik for life. So I can see why I've been dragging my feet on this. Oh, hey, look, I got something. It looks like power armor. Oh, really? Hold on. What is this? Is this heavy? Or is it just, yeah, heavy. Let's see what this looks like. I apologize. This is now going to go into Fashion Wars. Wait, no. Heavy, Paulman. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's so cool. I think just on principle, this sounds like a cool thing to own. Oh, my goodness. My Mesmer is fully ascended. Ooh. I really like Mesmers. They're a lot of fun. Fashion Wars is the end game. For sure. For sure. All right. Chest plate. Dude. I want to put this on my engineer who still runs the flamethrower build. Is this a backpack? That is a backpack. I want this on my engineer flamethrower. He's a char. Oh my god. This is amazing. Wow. Are the other ones similar? I assume that they would be similar, yes? Yeah, they look similar. Please disregard my wild char. Yeah, they all look the same. Okay. Still very cool. Wow, I did not know that. And when you can make some on yourself? Or this is a collectible. Got it. Trade to assemble your special op boots. You only need to purchase this once. Okay, what am I missing? Oh. I have a neat set from Living World 4. Ooh. Baby is crying. I can join in a minute, so go without me for now. No worries. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. What? Oh, boots. Gloves. Paul. Okay, I don't know how I unlock those, but the brain fart. Okay, so I just need to get these. All right. That sounds amazing. So I guess 600 is the new max that people are. Okay. So I'm going to go over to New Kaining City. Over there. Glad you have alarm look. I do, especially for my char engineer. I can't remember the name. You may have seen my Asura Guardian wearing it. In it. I'm trying to remember. Maybe? I met a lot of your alts in your homestead. And I think I remember your Asura being near the bridge. Very shiny. I think so. I,
She's very nice.
I think I was impressed.
Perfect timing. You read Mama's letter?
Sounds like he needs some support with this whole inn situation.
Luckily, he has us to back him up. Gork and I will be there to help. Although, we were thinking...
It might be nice if you also had someone to bring with you.
Oh,
Since we're pressed for time, we decided to take some initiative and...
Reached out to some local friends to see if they're busy tonight.
you didn't.
Don't worry, Commander. There's no pressure whatsoever. We're just there to have a good time and to help Prof.
There we go. She was near the waypoint. I think so. I think so. I was impressed with a lot of the looks of your characters. I remember the one that stood out to me was the one with the dragon mask because it looked so good. It looked so much like a different race almost. Okay, what happened here? Might be nice because I'm with you. Oh, since we're pressed for time, it takes some attention and oh, they're setting me up. That was with those same wings. Oh, I I think so because I think I remember seeing it. It was just different color or something. Yes. Oh, I get to choose who they're setting me up with. Setting me up with Kanak, Yao, Ayumi. Fiery colors, yes. I think I do remember that, just barely. There's a lot of characters I met in such a brief period of time. And then the homestead, which is blowing me away with, like, I guess the size of the map was amazing. Um, so I think it got lost in the details amongst every one of them. Remind me who Ayumi is again? Oh, Tengu. Kestrels? I still have the Halloween stuff up. Ooh, that's really cool. I like Yao. I mean, my instinct is just to go with Kanak, but I think everyone goes for Kanak. I think I'll try to go with a different selection next time, but I'll go with my gut. I'll go with Kanak. Yao was a close second. I didn't have much of a connection with the Yumi. Meet up with Kanak in Club Kanak. That's over in Arborstone? Yeah. Did you do this part, Wins? If so, who did you pick? And how long are you going to keep up your Halloween decoration? Are you going to keep it up until December and then switch it over to Christmas? Oh, you picked the Tengu, Ayumi? Why did you pick Ayumi? I think for me, I just have more of a history with Kanak.
Been monitoring speaker activity down in the south. You?
Been watching the road.
See anything strange?
Strange. Oh, stuff not.
Okay. Club Kanak is. Wait, isn't there a waypoint over there that I unlocked? There is. I don't know why I'm complicating it for myself. I've gotten in the habit of just making sure I'm at full battery. Because my Salvari didn't want a date with Kanak. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah, I don't think my character like the what's his name? Rama had talked about you keep asking him about my love life, I'll start questioning you about your love life. Made me take a step back and think, I don't think my character is interested in anyone. And that's unfortunate. Hmm. Hmm. Because even this, I don't see it as a date. I see it as, well, I just need a +1. But Mesmer is a very military type vigil. Isn't your Safari also like part of the Nightmare Court? Like in your role play in your head? I mean, my character is also very military type. I'm also part of the vigil, I believe. I want to say yes. Let me look at personal story. Yes, War Master Forgel, member of the vigil. Also, ahem, wardrobe, back item. The Mesmer is Nightmare, but tries to deny it. Wait, was it a mistake you made in your youth, and now as you're older, you're kind of shying away from your goth phase? Is that how you're looking at it? See, Recruiters Pack, Crusaders Pack, War Masters Pack. And the Elementalist is Countess Symmetry. Oh, that is very cute. And that's the one that's in the vigil? let me grab a seat. Tell me more about your vigil Sylvari that's in the Nightmare Court. Oh, no, different one. Okay, Ali is vigil. Okay, so Cran, you have two Sylvari, of course. Cran, your elementalist, is in the Nightmare Court as Countess Symmetry. Ali is in the vigil, and she's the one that you chose, the Tengu as your date, a Yumi. Correct? Pop quiz time. This is very cute. Tell me. Tell me. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad I got that sorted out. Okay. I thought you only had one Sylvari. For some reason, I don't even like. I know multiple characters or everything. I have multiple characters, but I think most of my multiple characters tend to be human. Okay, am I missing something on how to go to the back room over there? Yeah, how do I get back there? Oh, what's this? Oh, I think I found it. Allie was on the airships when they went down in Heart of Thorns. Ooh. Caught by the same court Cran was in. Wow. Okay, my characters never cross over. They probably should, but I for some reason, I never conceptualized that. Okay. I, did they cross over? Hello, Agent Tobias Raper. Reaper? I like the contract killer. They only vaguely know each other. Interesting. Yeah, I never had my characters cross over like that, though. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Huh, kind of cool. Yeah, my character only heard about the airships dropping. By that point, he was retired in the Black Citadel working as a blacksmith for the Farrar. Look at this dramatic pose. Look at that fireplace over there. Bro, you're a plant. You shouldn't be that close to it. Clancy's Alley as basic cannon fodder type, and that would be a perspective from a Nightmare Court to a non-Nightmare Court. Uh, this was a court I actually RP'd with for years. That's really cool. So it was played out. I really wish that they had added in the Nightmare Court content that they were planning on in Heart of Thorns. I think that would have been super cool. And I like that. You're very creative. I like it a lot. To what do we did too? Ah. To what do I owe the pleasure, Commander? Looking for some excitement? How would you like to cancel your plans? You're having dinner with me tonight. Why is this not a fist and a heart instead? Because this is blunt. I know Malik. Oh, my heart. Where was his tree? And they could have done it again in Cantha. You could have just placed the damn tree in Cantha and then still closed that loop. Because the wardens here are very similar to Sylvari. What if they were related? What if there are different Sylvari here from a different tree? And what if this is where it came from? They had another opportunity right here. Very frustrating. Makes me want to scream into a pillow. While I would normally go with this, I don't feel like it's romantic. Um, so I'll go with this.
Yes, I am, and yes, I would.
No.
Did Cora tell you?
Actually, never mind. More exciting if I don't.
Keep me guessing.
Hey now, we're going to help Rock with men.
Of course, of course.
We're not on a date. What is the deal with interspecies in this game? I don't think I know any couples who are interspecies in this game. Am I missing someone? Is that a thing in this? We're gonna go over here. I've always loved this concept, these types of concept art that they have on the loading screens. Really, it makes me jealous and like want to aspire to it. I do some art, but like not on that level. Oh, you know what? Let's go over here. Sylvaria would make sense. It's not like they reproduce anyways. I mean, that's true. That would make sense if any of them would be interspecies. I guess it would be them. Bro. Don't want to cause problems. Don't want trouble. Yep, okay. Alright, now let me go up here. Oh, there's a zip line. You know what? For the sake of being immersed in the culture, sure, let's go. Alright, and then over here somewhere. Oh, there's so many bad guys. Why? Oh man, do I have to get past that wall? I think I do have to get over that wall. Is it meta time? It probably is. Kind of blackout? Yeah, it sounds like it. Grid overwhelmed in 6 minutes. Eventually, I'll want to do this meta. Because I feel there's some... Oh, no. I don't want to do that. It's just not right now. Yeah, it's the meta. I think I did the Echovald Forest meta a few times, and I enjoyed that. It just obviously they're very intense. Okay, I think it's over here somewhere. I'm just trying to have a tea party with my imaginary friends, guys. On an imaginary non-date. Because even though I know a guild member runs an EOD train at times. Ooh, have you started running your HOT train again? Have you started leading them? I remember you mentioned you were going to get back into that. Ooh. Talk with your partner. Ahem. I would like to clarify my +1. You are my +1. Are we clear about this? +1. Ooh, on Sunday. I have a tabletop game this Sunday, but maybe next Sunday I'll be able to jump on. That'd be kind of fun. Shall we, Commander? Let's help out our pal. Let's turn some heads. No, no! Stop trying to make this a thing, ArenaNet. Let's help out our pal. We are not a thing. My warband would disown me. I like that I'm walking. I love this flow. We do Sunday, Monday, Wednesday at reset +2. Maybe. Maybe. I'll get in touch. What is an easier way to get a hold of you instead of like mail? Oh wait, I think we became friends on Discord. Yes? I think so. No? Remind me. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure. So that way I could just reach out to you. And it might be easier. Let's see here. How do I find my list of friends? I'm just looking at my previous messages. Oh, try again because I think I fixed that. Oh, okay. Brrr. I don't recall. Add friends. Add by username. I think I wrote down what your name was on that one. Yes, I did. All right, let's give that a shot. Hopefully. All right, I think it sent it. Hey, hey! I'm going to wave to you so that way I can keep up the conversation and it'll be at the top. Awesome. I'll try to schedule it that way. That way it'll hopefully be easier. Because I'd love to participate in it and I'd love to help support. Yay! I'd love to return the favor. And again, I enjoy playing with other people. Surprisingly, I didn't think I would really be saying that. I'm used to playing single player games, and I'm used to not really. Can we not say partner? Can we say my +1, my pal, my companion? No, not companion. That's a bit much too. Look at this. Look at Min. Min and Rama. Oh, she's dressed very nice. It is great fun. Yeah. Tangle Depths to something AB. DS, AB, Ruby. Verdant Brink, haha. Dragon Stand. Oh my god. I could feel the old memory kicking in. Auric Basin. I keep forgetting that one. Yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up. Boop. That chair's a bit small for me.
This is what I always like.
Are they on a date?
Exactly.
Aww.
I mean, you can also keep going, but you know, well, you're not so hard on me as you.
Aww. That's very cute.
You people again? Do you know how long it took me to clean up your confetti last time? Find it in my dreams. We do.
Hello, Dulcilated. In 11 minutes, it is time for the Leyline Anomaly. I usually pick that up for the Tangled Dust personally. Welcome, Dulcilated. And thank you for letting me know. That sounds awesome. I do miss Heart of Thorns. I was listening to the orchestra music the other day on YouTube. We had that one twice. It's 4.5 hours, but we take drinks and stretch breaks. That sounds really cool. I will definitely let you know.
Who's hungry? Waiter!
What are we doing here? We do have a no seat list. Oh, your name will be right next.
You want to at least try.
So
The lover's maki takes twice as long to
Uh,
You hated sushi.
I do. It's just.
just catching up with what they're saying. No offense, nothing against you guys. I love hearing chat. Such good music and the best metas. I love the music. I think I recall enjoying the metas.
No.
I think my favorite was Auric Basin. Actually, no. My favorite was Dragon Stand, then Auric Basin, then Verdant. No. And then Tangled Depths, and then Auric Brink. But I spent a lot of time in Auric Brink, actually. Who's hungry? Wait, blah, blah, blah. That AB music, right? It's, yeah. In fact, I think I had heard that in the orchestra on YouTube, and I was like, ooh, I got tingles all over. I was like, ooh. I just remember everybody screaming and then like trying to coordinate, and then people just getting annoyed, and we're not going to make it. Panic. Oh man, good times. I remember when it first came out. A lot of fun, a lot of good memories, a lot of really good memories. Um, uh, Sushi made you think of me because you hate it. Good job. LEG is so organized. That's awesome. It's an average 30 minutes. That's wow. Because that's three different paths. That's a lot of people to coordinate. Yeah, there are certain moments in gameplay you remember as points which really hooked you into the game. 27-minute record. Wow, mine was different, but yeah, it's great being hyped. Definitely. Like I got into it in the beginning, and I think for me what got me hyped was the how personalized the story felt. At least in the first few chapters of the personal story. Um, I loved that. I loved the human options. I loved the Chara. I loved every race and how personalized it felt. It really felt at that time that the choices you made really stood out and had an impact. And so the first time playing through the game, it was for the most part a really good experience. There was a few things that were not so good, but the story had me hooked. And I remember we stayed up very late so we could watch it early in the morning to see the first trailer and announcements of Heart of Thorns. We were so excited, and we really thought it was the Mersat that were there because they look at the Mersat, and like we had been playing Guild Wars 1 at the time, and I was so excited about it. The when they jumped off the ledge and then floated, we were like, "What? You can glide?" It blew our minds. Three commanders with boss captains to split events, along with speed scrappers to boot those slow Dolyaks. That sounds awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, and I really it sounds exciting. I remember it and I enjoyed it. This is just making it awesome. I enjoyed your guild a lot wins in terms of helping with that strike mission. They were very patient with a lot of us who had never done it before, and to me that came a long way. And I would really love to help any way I can. Obviously, I appreciate it. All right, so they want me to get off the sushi topic. How? Who? Oh, point in a random direction. Break your glass. Bust a move. Okay, so my character is not going to bust a move. I don't think he's going to break a glass, but maybe point in a random. I guess let's break a glass. I'm just a char. This poor waiter.
Graceful on the battlefield, yet so little finesse when it comes to the finer things.
I never thought I'd take a commander tech. Me either.
Rama tells me that you're doing BI work.
But they're so nice and supportive. They are. Well, this community is amazing. They help the newbies a ton too. What are your guys' preferences? Dell wins. What are your preferences on the four maps? Your favorites?
Friends Detectives, because it was an agency founded by friends and it made perfect sense.
Oh.
But when I stopped and thought about it, I realized that me picking the name for us.
Oh, you brought up Guild Wars 1. Ooh. I remember being up until 4 a.m. trying poorly to kill a certain boss for his guaranteed drop. Big old skeleton dragon, died over and over and over again. Oh, I know that one. Outside of the crypt, right?
The scarab is an obvious homage to my love of beetles. And
I was showing, I used to take people over there and help them with it because I had a nuker who would just go over there and I would spam all these explosions and I'd get rid of most things. I know the one you're talking about. Did you ever get it? Dragon's Den is one of my favorites. And with leg, Verdant Brink. That's the first map, right? With the crashed airships. Yeah, I loved Guild Wars 1 because it was a very different MMO. It was very instant, meaning that your decisions made an impact on the world, on everything. They have 4 common on that one, yes. Yeah, that Verdant Brink was fun. It was chaotic, but I liked it. That was when I was still a baby player. I got, well, much more advanced after that. Oh, definitely. I love the tactics. I love the strategy. For what it was at the time, Guild Wars 1 was great, and I enjoyed it. And it's what made me look forward to Guild Wars 2. And Guild Wars 2 is just spoiled me for any other MMO. Comms, phone. Wow. Wow. How do you guys organize? You guys just do chat or do you guys do Discord? Oh, they're gonna change their name? Okay. Brim and Scarab. Ugh. See, the Scarab is an obvious homage to my love of beetles. They each take 5 camps. Oh, okay. Split up the squad. Some scouts to roam. Wow, you guys are very organized. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever been on a map that's that organized. Like somewhat here and there, some typing here and there, but not that many commanders. Like maybe 1, maybe 2 at most that I've seen. But that sounds wow. You guys got it super efficient. That's awesome. And Brim refers to your hat. So Brim and Scarab, huh? We just text chat in game, and me either till then. Okay. Yeah, text tech can get you a lot. Big hat detectives. Brim and Scarab. It's better than Friends Attentive Agency. Chat with Gorik. Chat with Timey. Chat with Rama. Chat with Min. Chat with your partner. This makes it easier instead of having to name it differently. It took me a very long time to come over to Guild Wars 2. Not until after Path of Fire was out. Actually, it was a long Live the Lich that was active. Ooh, that is so good. I was just talking to Wins on how I loved Living World Season 4, specifically for Joko. He really stole it for me. They did a great job in his dialogue and in his writing. And I played free to play for a long time. I just was not sold on the game. Okay. What got you sold on the game? Was it Long Live the Lich? Was it something else? I mean, I assume you're no longer. Well, I mean, it's still free per month. Ask for the check. I'll try to talk to these people. Let me chat with Mid first. I tend to be a roaming person for the for Verdant Brink. Hurry escorts and rescue players of their camps. That's important. That's needed. I remember there was a lot of achievements I wanted to do there, and I think I needed to do I needed to camp out at certain places to do the entire event because I think I missed the first one or second because there's a whole string of them. And if you do the whole, in fact, I could look at it right now. Oh, where? Heart of Thorns, Verdant Brink. Oh, right, the adventures. I'm not very good at these. I tried, but they're kind of like jumping puzzles for me in that they're a little frustrating. I think this is the one I'm saying. If I wanted the completed pack towers, then it falls under attack. Ooh, did you ever hear the revised Fear Not This Night for that episode? Yes, I did. I enjoyed it. Did you know that it was not meant to be in the final? It was, I think, the sound developer who was putting it in there as a placeholder, but they loved his version, that they kept it in, and I loved that trailer. To me, like, all of that was so well done. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I finally bought the game and was still super reserved over jumping in. Uh, Only playing off and on. Oop, let's go over here. Only playing off and on. Then I joined into a guild group of mine that were trying to get a boss kill when I fought Zira. Is she part of a raid? That was the moment I was like, okay, this game does have the important roles I missed in Guild Wars 1. He did a full version because we all begged. Well, I'm glad you joined, Dell. I'm glad you enjoy the game. That's awesome. I'm glad. Is Zero one of those raids? Because I don't remember Zero. Or she is strike mission. The sniper. Oh! Okay, just that story part? Or is that a meta? A raid. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a raid. That's awesome, Dell. I think I've only done maybe 3 raids ever in the course of this game, and I think all 3 were failures. um, 2 of them were with my guild where we tried it, and it was the first one. Um, and we just couldn't get it. And then I got invited by other streamers. Since I used to stream for a bit, and then I took about a 2-year hiatus. But back when I was first streaming, I was exclusively just Guild Wars too. And eventually I made some friends. I made connections with other streamers. They invited me to join them in raids. Um, and we tried a few, but we also didn't succeed. I think the one with the streamer, we ended up doing the one in with the genie. If you're ever interested, Wins, I would be cool with picking it back up. I know my girlfriend would also be a +1. So there's 3 of us. We just got to find 7 more people who are willing to try it and then kind of walk us through it. Um, I'd be up for that. I wouldn't mind trying that sometime. No time soon, no commitment, not locking anything in. If that's something you would like, I would be happy to join you on that adventure. And if you'd like to join us, Del, Mr. Experienced with the Raid. Yeah, I did a lot of Verdant Brink. I just haven't done the adventures. I'm not very good at those. I'll give them another shot. It's been maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I'm not really sure. But maybe I'm better at it. Ah, yes, Auric Basin. There's a lot of achievements I didn't do. In Guild Wars 1, I was in the speed clear stuff. Ooh. So when I came over here, I was very unhappy about how you, as a player, don't have much in the way of feeling important with things. You don't have a critical thing to do in the... Yes, they started it off that way a lot. It took me getting into instant content. That I loved instant content in Guild Wars 1. It took me a bit to kind of adjust to this. Oh, no worries, Dal, please. I love hearing from you, and if that's how you want to express it, by all means. There's probably folks in the guild that do. Let me know. Let me know, Wins. I would love to try something. And Del, I love that you're expressing yourself. I love that you don't mind the paragraphs, man. Type what you like. I'm here for you guys, and I'm loving the discussion about Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2. I'm obviously playing it, so like I enjoy it. I love these. This is what I'm here for. This is what causes me to go over my allotted time because I just love doing it so much. Why do I not have this completed? Okay, there's a lot of stuff here that I did not do in Auric Basin. Oh my god, I gotta save it 100 times. So 17 times. Ah yes, and adventures that I skipped. I think that's why I run support on better stuff. To help out other people. To make new friends. To save poor newbies. And help them to appreciate what they have here. Community service. I run support a lot. If I'm in a group, I think I'm more likely to run support as well. because I like contributing to the group. Unless they need someone to do more DPS. Hop out, pick up bodies. Hey, they're important things to do. I think support characters are amazing. And I think that they're very selfless and very noble. Tangled Depths. I gotta scare 23 more birds. Huh. Honorary Ogre. Oh, yes, I'm missing somebody. See, the first two of those. Adventures. I will tell you right now, I missed a lot of adventures. Wow. Huh. I didn't realize I had left a lot of these incomplete. I cannot tell you the amount of times I just played through tier 1 fractals. I love fractals. I just finished doing a fractal today. I got back into it for the long time. I enjoyed it. Just to help people learn and make sure they're successful. I did not finish the legendary back item from fractals because I already got a legendary back item from PvP. You can still fail those metas if too many go down. Yeah, it's important. It's important that most people do the job for the whole thing to work out. Not everyone, but you're right. If too many go down or too many are failed, then yeah, I get it. Why did I miss this? Wow, I got stuff to do, I guess. I don't know what I would do with the masteries because I think I'm all maxed out. Yeah, and I have 9 left over. The way you can tell I didn't complete a raid is because I only have 3 masteries in Central Tier and I'm missing the raid one. I don't have conflicts. I'm working on conflicts right now. Just World versus World was never really a big thing for me, and I'm trying to get with groups at times and help out. Aside from that, of all the non-weapon legendaries I'll ever need, conflicts, World versus World, I hate. Yeah, it. I don't hate it, especially when you're with the group. So my suggestion is find a good group to go with, or see if any of the maps have a commander at the time, and then just kind of follow along. The game gets a lot more enjoyable when you have a group, especially when it's all lanes but succeed or it all fails. Yes, Auric Basin is notorious for that. I have all the trinkets, all the armor, all the runes. Yeah, give it time. Give it time. Do the content. I need the Yak Slapper title from my speed scrapper. I love titles. You know what? I'm gonna chat with Min. She's here. But guys, please don't think because I'm doing this that I don't want to hear from you guys. I love hearing from you guys, and I'm happy to keep pausing and going back and forth. Glad you're keeping Roma busy. I love the art. They did a very good job. Speaking of busy, how are things at the ministry? They're busy. Even we're feeling some stress from this whole energy fiasco. My favorite title I put on most of the time is my Slippery Slublin. How do you get that? Hold on. What? Oh, raid. That's why I don't have it. I have none of the raid ones. I currently have Slayer because I'm boring. Is it? I saw someone wandering around with Contract Killer. Of course, now it's in the boss captain or dragon stand groups now. Ooh, look at you! You're moving up in the world. Congratulations, wins. I just, as of I think 2 days ago, started to get back into PvP. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, some of the conversations are a little toxic. Some of the people are a little toxic. But I would say it's probably, I don't know, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 8 players. And I mean, they're not horrendously bad. They're just pretty bad. My scrapper runs with Chicken Chaser. That's cute. I like that. But I did enjoy PvP, and I forgot how much I got into it, which is why I got a lot of my achievements and stuff from PvP. In fact, where is it? Yeah, see? All that, all that, all that, all that. Quite a bit. Chicken Chaser was what I would have used before the sub leg. Yeah, PvP Conquer. PvP Seasons. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy PvP. PvP. You see, I'm currently in the gold tier, almost in platinum division. For a long time, I was in silver. I started off at the lower end of silver, like when I first started PvPing. Then I got into gold, and now I'm in gold, and I'm working my way towards platinum, and eventually getting to legendary. I need to add more games. As you can see, I've only played 12 games. I won 8 out of 12 of them, which is awesome. But it'll be time. It'll take time. Just need to get past some bureaucratic hurdles, and there's always paperwork. Ha, you really got to hang out how things work around here. Can I keep talking with men? Is it going to be a different conversation? No, it's the same thing. I may or may not have gotten a streamer attacked by chickens in Ebonhawk. Really? It was to get them an achievement, but I didn't warn them. Wow, that's really cute. That's really cute. All right, let's talk with Rama. Be straight with me, Commander. How am I doing? I think Min's enjoying yourself. I bet Min would be even more impressed if you overcame your hatred. No, be yourself. Because lying won't get you very far. You attack the chickens, they turn on you. I think I remember that. I don't remember why or how, but I think yeah. I barely remember that. You're like that friend that tells someone to kill the chickens in Zelda. I do like that you can talk to multiple people. I'm going to talk with you last, Canuck. Go with Gorik. Enjoying yourself, Commander? I know I am. I was very thoughtful and rather willing to set me up like this, but you chose well. We're not going to go into that because this is not a set update, bro. Timer's been checking you out this whole time. I'm going to go with the first one. I think that made an impression on me personally. I was more careful about considering everyone's taste this time around. It shows. Great work, detective. I'm also going to be bringing up the whole timey thing. Oh, I thought I detected an uptick in eye contact of the cows in The Witcher 3. I've never seen or played any of The Witcher stuff. We just finished watching the rest of Agatha All Along today. It was good. It was good. Episode 6 was very impressive the way they did it. 7 and 8 were good. I like their twist. I like, all in all, I would give it a solid. Now, keep in mind, I'm still fresh off of it, so I'm probably giving it a high score. But I would say 88 out of 100, a B plus. We're gonna see if we can watch the rest of Penguin. Phew. I think we're like 3 episodes behind. But I like the DC stuff. I want to like the DC stuff. I've been a big DC fanboy when I was younger in comics. The third one is the best. I missed some stuff they had in 2, but very good story. Yeah, Agatha All Along, I wasn't too excited about it. I wasn't too invested in it, but I think it built up. The one with, oh my goodness, the Oracle lady. I forget her name now. I think it starts with an L. Her story. I think it was episode 6. Oh my god, that first expansion, Heart of Stone. For The Witcher, right? Talk with Timmy. Yeah, I've never played any of the Witcher games or seen the show. Um, mind checking it out. My problem is I'm not a big fan of medieval fantasy games. It's also why I kind of dragged my feet a lot on Dungeons and Dragons. It was such a great villain. Aw. Um, yeah, I like modern or future or sci-fi a little bit more. But even saying that, like, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Like, I think it's fine. I'm not against it. Um, but I'm also like not a huge fanboy. I'm not a fanboy for Star Trek either. I like the original series only because when I was first watching it, I was watching it half asleep at like 3 in the morning. And I loved the bright colors, and it was blowing my mind as I'm like sitting here half asleep. And I found it entertaining, just like I found the 1960s Batman TV show entertaining because I also saw that at 3 in the morning. Give me a second. I'm gonna respond to my buddy. Yeah, yeah, but again, I'm not against it. I'm well, okay. I was against Star Trek Next Generation, not because of anything it had to do, but because I just wasn't a fan at that time of sci-fi, and it just reminds me too much of like that era that I didn't particularly care for in my own life, not for the show. I'm sure the show is fine, well written at times, and everything else. Um, I'm making an uninformed opinion of it based specifically around my situation. But I wouldn't mind giving it another chance. Sultry glances between Rama and Min. Him? What about your salty glances at Gorik? Timey? Oh, Commander. Really? Do you think he noticed? Yeah, yes, I told him. All right. What's up, Canuck? Having fun, Commander? I am. This is nice. Maybe I should get out more. Well, it's better than fending off demons, for the most part. You know what? For my char, I'm gonna go with the second option. 'Cause I don't think he wants to get out more. Hey, Krask! Welcome. Oh, we welcome to Guild Wars Talk. We have Dell and we have Wins here, and we're all talking about. Well, we just shifted conversations over to Witcher, which I haven't seen or know nothing about. Um, but we're talking about personally, and this is a hot take here. I like Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I don't know anything about Deep Space Nine. Wait, no. So my ex-girlfriend, her family was big into Star Trek Voyager. So I think I saw the first six episodes straight, which was okay. It reminded me of a comic book series I liked a lot, The Legion of Superheroes. Okay, so full disclosure, I'm a big comic book person. I'm a big comic book nerd, specifically for DC Comics. I was a big fan of Batman and Detective Comics and the Legion of Superheroes. Those are my big jams. I also ran a DC Comics tabletop game every week, if not entire weekends, for about 4 to 5 years. And so I really learned a lot about the DC Comics history, characters, and things, which is why I really got into it at the time. This is called relaxing. Normal people do it all the time. Give it a try. Noted. Okay, so I talked to everyone, I think. Because I'm a char, I'm going to chow down before I drink anything. And then I will chow down again. Can I chow down? Oh my god. Bro! Bro! Oh, can I get another plate? I don't know if you know, Canuck, but we have this thing called Meattoberfest. Now that's relaxed. Look at that. Look at this man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Out of personal curiosity, how do I drink? Oh, look, a lot more civilized. Very formal. What is this? Okay, so I think we've done everything here. I'm gonna ask for the check. This was cute. I like this. I like these moments to explore these characters a little bit further, before we keep going into combat after combat after combat. This helps because now in my head, I got a better idea of Rama, I got a better idea of Min. I already knew Gorik, but this new relationship I'm getting more of an idea of. I like it. I like it. I think we should do this. No, I meant to call over the check. I do like these moments. Again, don't overdo it.
Thanks for coming out.
As friends, bro.
Need someone to wine and dine again. You would like to know.
Let's not take it that way, Kanak.
Your friends are a lot of fun and very well dressed.
Ooh, snazzy.
A little eccentric, but we've all got our quirks.
Yeah.
I feel like I can get myself around.
Well, that's good. I love his hat.
It's been tough. I trust him.
Aww.
I know it hasn't been easy for you.
I'm always here for you. Always will be. Blink, blink, wink, wink. Read between the lines.
Hey, you wouldn't be interested in doing this again sometime?
Don't ask on a negative.
Absolutely. Next time, how about it's just
Ooh, private time.
Fantastic.
Guys, get out of here. Even though I invited you, get out of here. That's cute. That's very cute.
Chap, it's been too long. I've been resting.
Oh, Aureen, you're lucky. I'm not either of these guys, or you'd be cock blocking.
And I could use the company.
Sure, sure. You sound like you're dying.
Learning to filter the messages.
Okay, you're exhausted.
It's Satan, Harper. It's too far from where you are. I've left you a portal at the Eye of the North. That will bring you to me.
I'll get there, no worries. Wow. Yeah, you sound very tired. Alright, Gorik. Do you think Tammy noticed I wore my best glasses? Did you? I didn't know you had another pair. Sure, she's observant. Isn't she? Okay, Gorik. Good to see you two happy together. Tammy? Totally wasn't eavesdropping on Rama and Min, but if I was, I'd say this was a success. I agree. Isn't it? And how about you, Commander? How are you doing? Doing better. Not perfect, but things take time. They do, but you got time. And friends to spend it with. Makes all the difference. It's funny, Krask and I were just talking about group support versus... It's difficult for me to reach out to people as a support network instead of learning to just deal with it on my own. And by deal with it on my own, I don't mean just shove it in a closet and get over it, but like identify the emotion, analyze the situations around it, and then find constructive methods of processing it so I can move forward. I've done that for so long that for me, that's a more, I hate to say efficient, but for me, a more efficient process, an easier process than it is to reach out to other people, because sometimes I feel like in order to get an informed opinion from someone, I need to give them context of the situation. And sometimes that context feels like it's too much time and effort. It's not worth it in my book to get what I feel is a limited opinion based on a limited perspective I just gave them. But that said, social constructs and support networks are helpful, are important, and I think Krask came up with a great point of that they should be supplemental, and they can certainly help. Speak to Min first. Nice of you to grab the check, Commander. Did I grab the check? Bro, did I lose my money? That'll be 10 gold. So pretty thoughtful Roman set up to get together, huh? He is a bit of a hopeless romantic. Interesting, man. We just finished talking. Rama, you were just eavesdropping. Yes, I was. Congrats on the second date. I knew it, but also, thanks. Always happy to help a friend. Alright, Canuck. Let's speak as buddies and pals. Just admit, I died in the company of many, but you may just be the best of the bunch. I want to put that too. I wouldn't say a wonderful time, but I mean, thank you. I'm glad I stand out. I would remove the guess. Oh, Commander, you couldn't blend in if you wanted to. I'm a giant char. Look at you. Are any of you char? Of course I stand out. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Let me stand over here. Huh. Huh. Something here is not like the others. How about over here? Let's even look that on your, because you're all short. Huh. I could rest my chin on your head. I don't want to rest my chin on your head, but we are not the same, sir. Let's look over here. Humans who we fought and maybe have eaten in the past. No, 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 I eat your face. Do you see this? This is genetics, Rama. This is not me. This is my ancestors. Humans are just delicious. I know, right? I know. Oh, there's someone else I can talk to? Who else can I talk to? All the way over here? This is evolution. The char in this game are domesticated pets compared to Guild Wars 1. In Guild Wars 1, they were ferocious, like bestial, like they were non-player characters. They were antagonists for the most part. Oh, the poor waiter who we've keep harassing. Oh, it's you. What do you want now? Thanks for tolerating us. I know our group can be a little rowdy. By the way, watch your tone. I am a char. I have sharp teeth. I also probably outweigh you by 3 times. The humans were the invaders. They were originally because they were aliens. The char had to fight to reclaim their homelands. And then, like sore losers, King Adelburn of the humans decides to just ghostify his entire kingdom instead of just taking the L, bro. Come on. Come on. To this day, Ascalon is still haunted because of that a-hole. In fact, there's a dungeon around that. Those Char Warriors in Guild Wars 1 has so much better armor than here. Yes. So, okay. There was a discussion in, I think, the Icebrute Saga, the first one, with the Char, that humans used to wear them as armor, as furs, and I forgot that was a thing. I wore Char armor. I forgot. Yes. Char is abused by helmets, especially. Oh yeah, that's why I took off this helmet. Dude, you skin their head and you wear their head as a helmet. It's an armor in Guild Wars 1 that you can use. It's so bad. My girlfriend at the time and me would wear them and like troll around going after other. We were horrible. We were horrible. How is that an armor type? Right? Some people used a mix of a few things. That's horrible. The Char had every right to hate us. And vice versa. Vice versa. Like I said, Char allegedly ate humans. It was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. Things got out of hand on both sides. I get it. I get it. Complete understatement. What was that? Nothing. Nothing at all. So these are legendary axes, bro. These right here. I mean, meat, you're killing them anyway, right? And Char are meat eaters. I forget what they're called. Carnivores. I don't know if you know, but we've been talking about Meattober Fest a lot. I still need an axe. Hey, these axes are awesome. I see. However, nowadays, if we were to wear human skin masks and clothing, everyone would get so... Sir, in Guild Wars 2, people would be butthurt if humans started parading around in char-skinned outfits. I assure you, there's no way that would be okay in this game. And that, I mean, that was necessary to make him a player character, I guess. Um, but they were pretty out there. All right, go meet Aureen. I think afterwards we'll be calling it there. As much as I really enjoy this, I do have to edit everything down. That would probably break a few treaties. The least, at the very least, uh, Ash Legion would be on your ass. They would know, and they would be like, uh, "Yeah, get rid of that guy." Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing? Why am I making this harder on myself? Yeah, no. Uh, Kryda would be pissed at you because they just got a ceasefire with the Char. Like, yeah, there would be so many bad things. So, so with that said, I would love for that to be a story point. That would be hilarious. I mean, horrendous, I guess. I'm not really sure on the words. I would be amused. Probably shouldn't be amused. Do it or don't do it, ArenaNet. If you do, I would be like, oh my god, this is callbacks to Guild Wars 1. I did love the discussion amongst the Char. If you go in the background, you'll find some NPCs talking about that, and I was like, and that's when I leaned over to my girlfriend Michelle, and I was like, we used to do that. I do love the textures on the crystals over here.
I'm going to have to stop you there.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Oh, it was cold here. You know what? I'm just gonna go around. Apparently it's not in here. Apparently it's over here. Ah, there we are. I'm gonna instance you, bro. You don't exist in this timeline. Beautiful colors. I love the water. The teal and green and blue and sea green and aquamarine and jade. Ooh, look at that sunset. Very pretty. I feel like this is adding mood as a foreshadowing to what we're going to be talking about here. If it's a sunset, is it an ending? Interlude, forward. Oh, we're already past the other one. I wish they would announce when the stories would come up. Like the chapters at least. That would be kind of cool. Just a brief pop-up, you know, of what it is, like a chapter heading. Yeah, I missed Delve into the Haze apparently, and we're already over here. Okay. No, we didn't. Okay, I just didn't realize when we shifted from this to this. Okay. Hi, Kate. My Tour Revenant is a Gladium. Lost her warband and a trap cave. Aww. Haven going after separatists. She denied her magic before, but started hearing the lost warband after to become a revenant. A renegade. That sounds awesome. I I love that story. I was thinking about doing some cartoons on it was a comic strip on this particular character and his little story because I one to remind myself what the story is, and two it would practice my art, and three it'd be kind of cute to share. Um, but that sounds really cool. I was very fascinated by the Flame Legion and their cult like mentality. I also love that the dungeon you get to overthrow their leader, and I was always wondering like what happens after that. Just like the dungeon for the Nightmare Court, I was always wondering, okay, well, what next? And when they introduced Duchess Chrysanthia, or I guess they refer to her in Heart of Thorns very briefly, it makes me really regret the cut content that they had on there, and makes me wish why weren't they here? Like why haven't they followed up on that? Hello, Shun. I'm actually wrapping up. So this is the last little instant, and then I will be logging off after this. But thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm glad I was able to see you.
Definitely next time. I am going to be playing Guild Wars 2 every Friday night, and then it'll be on throughout the week. Now she's a herald, but I come on her in character. Ooh, works so well to get people paying attention. That sounds awesome.
I see.
Ever since you walked,
Want to see how decked out my war from Guild Wars 1? Sure. How would I see that?
the weight of
Can you? I don't think you could post pictures. You can post links.
it, even if it gets a little easier each day.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Please. I would love to check it out.
You should have told us. We could have helped you.
No, you couldn't.
Give me a second.
That's okay. This is my trial.
I'll check it out in a moment. I just want to finish the rest of this dialogue.
Where are you going to go?
I have to go back to my people.
I won't be far.
Ooh.
Somewhere quiet. Someplace I can process.
Are you going to go to the moon? Do we have a moon?
Thank you.
I don't see a moon. I know we have stars.
Fury can thrive and progress.
Ah, yes. That sounds out. That was a Char? I thought that was a Sylvari. Wait, no. That was a dragon outfit. This is Demon Wings and Renegade Mask. I do remember now, yes.
My champion, how you've protected me these many years. Asking favor.
This is a sunset. This is an ending. Right. I keep mixing that one up.
Watch over this place while I'm gone. Watch over our friends.
Of course.
You are
Would I say no to look over my friends?
Let the world see all that you are, my champion. No. How can you be so somber if you like this?
She does sound very tired. They did a good job with the voice acting. Oh, do I have to sit down? I do. Leave the area when you're ready. Oh, that's very cute. Champion, I'm sure you have additional questions. Please ask me whatever's on your mind. Are humans from another world? If so, can you send them back? we would like this place for Char again. 2, could we get a Con-er who is not a douchebag? I know douchebags are attracted to power, but the Char need to be one Char again. And could we do something like that? 3, could you bring Primordus back so we can get like a really good story with Primordus? I know we're gonna lose a lot of people in the process of the destruction, but I'm willing to pay that price for those people, for the rest of us to get a great story. Krisha would be interesting. I don't think I would push her for Con-er. Weirdly enough, I would actually want Ephraim to be Con-er personally. I know Primordus was done so dirty. Flip table. You could have done a whole expansion and a living world and 2 spin-off Netflix series around that. Why? You missed your opportunity. And Jormag, yes. I would like a 1-season animated show. Let's make it 12 episodes about Jormag. I know that there's other limitations upon it, and I really should consider what situation they were in. It's easy for me to criticize. I get it. But as a consumer of the product, I want it to be awesome. I want to like it. And I feel bad when it doesn't. And I guess it's a good thing, ArenaNet, when I want more. When I want more from your stuff. It means that there's clearly... I'm invested. Take your time, and not too long. Let's pace it appropriately. But really, you could milk these for a lot more. When are you leaving? Of course. When is this DLC going to come out? When it's ready. We would willingly sacrifice... Bram should have died at the end of the Ice Brew Saga.
It sounds
I also think Ritlock should have died during the Icebrute saga. I think it would have been just a good end. I think Ryland should have killed Ritlock. Icebrute Saga had a great. I agree. The first 2 or 3 episodes of the Icebrute Saga, awesome. That trailer that they released, awesome. All of that got me hyped. I loved the way they introduced Jormag. I loved that it came off as a horror story. It felt epic. It felt like expansion level content. It's just a lot of stuff happened, and then it just felt like it was just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Here's some combat to get you busy, and then we're ending it. And that's what was so frustrating. It was shaping up to go in a great direction. Again, they just came off of Living World Season 4, which was, in my opinion, one of the best ones so far. All in all. How long will you be gone?
But with the world's magic
Bone Skinner alone was great. Again, they leaned very heavily into that horror aspect, which I haven't seen too often, and I think that was a great touch. It felt like for too long, ArenaNet was making Guild Wars 2 very PG, and I like that push towards PG-13, maybe even R content, but like it was. I wish they would have gone in that direction. Guild Wars 1 was not afraid to go in that direction, and I think that's what made it stand out. It felt like it respected the players. Like it gave you deep, dark stories at time. But I think they handled it very well. Well, I can only guess from the dragons that fulfill the worlds except for millennia. I hope it's not that long, as do I. Okay, this is just ArenaNet going, we're getting rid of all of our dragons. We don't want you to have this deity over here on your side. Shoot, FF14 goes way darker. They're willing to gamble a lot more. Final Fantasy in the past has been pretty dark if you look at it. There are aspects of it, not the whole game. I mean, Final Fantasy X, if you know the whole story, and I don't want to spoil it, it is very heartbreaking. It's very dark. And that's why for me, X2 makes it better because it picks up off of that. Shadowbringers, oh my god. Can you see what's coming? I don't want to spoil what's going to come up because we as a studio at this point have no idea. There's like a void in front of us.
No, there's just nothing.
This would have been a great time to foreshadow your next expansion or your next living world. I wanted to fight farther into Shiver Peaks and then go into an expansion with the 2 dragons. Make it 2 expansions. Make it a living world in between that bridges it. Take your time. Your whole thing has been built around these dragons. Make them amazing. You're right. We could have gone deeper into the Shiver Peaks for Jormag. We could have got further into the Sons of Svanir, into their organization, into the structure, into why they were built. We could have brought out more champions. We could have done more with the dragon champion on Frostgorge Sound and kind of built that even bigger. Kind of like what they did with Taco is what everybody keeps calling him. We could have introduced new ideas behind Jormag, new perspectives on the Elder Dragons. We could have really gone further into it, especially now that we have a more talkative dragon than we had before. It really could have gone a different way. Especially at a certain point, there are all sorts of streamer reactions on YouTube for Shadowbringers. We were like, did they just do that? Shadowbringers, is that Final Fantasy 14? And Primordus could have expanded the Asura lore. Not only the Asura lore, but the dwarves. The dwarves were built around stopping Primordus. Maybe we get another fight against another destroyer. That would have been great. A whole underground concept. You don't have to introduce new maps. You're just adding another layer below. You can expand even further. What other creatures did it chase off? Why did it chase off? Hey, what happened? Like, we already know what happened to Zin. But maybe, like, other things that we can look into. There's just so much you can milk in. Icebrute Saga was only half done. Yes, you can clearly tell that. You can see they cut their resources in half. Definitely. And that's why you have such an imbalance in the story of the fire. I completely agree, and I feel that that's a detriment. Like that hurt them, and I really that's unfortunate. I wish it would have gone better. The Asura have been so left out other than here. They have random inquest appearance. In season 4, they had a big appearance. The lambs that Joko used. I mean, it's kind of there. Um, I loved in Heart of Thorns. You're right. That they had those secret lambs. I love that you kind of figure out what happened to Zin in the process of a side story that happens over there as part of a jumping puzzle. I know it's Inquest again. Kind of in the Iceberg Saga, you're right. You get a bit of touches of some of the regular characters over there. I also wanted more map around Eye of the North. That would have been amazing. In fact, that could have been a great confrontation for a last stand with like Jormag is being pushed all the way back to the Eye of the North, and then we do another final stand there. And that would have been appropriate right outside the doorsteps of where the reflection pool is, where Aurene is, our tie back to Guild Wars 1. It should have been half ice, half fire. I agree. With the culmination of the big battle at the end. Instead, Primordus only comes out in one yeah, like I said, as it was released, they teased out parts 2 weeks at a time, but Champions is the only episode. I agree. And heck, it didn't have to be one season. Well, why does it have to be one season? Don't have it be one season. And Iceboot Saga with a cliffhanger where Jormag is in the north expanding, Primordus is in the south, underground, expanding, and it feels like it's chaos everywhere. Make an expansion be that fight to Jormag. Make a whole expansion around it. Feels like when they just need a random villain, they just toss out some inquest. Yeah, give them some t-shirts, some red t-shirts, and let's go. I agree. I mean, hopefully they learned. I mean, End of Dragon was okay. It was fun, but it was only fun. They wear red and black. Uh, it's only fun for. It's getting more fun for me because I'm doing the side quests. I'm doing the metas. I'm doing all these extra things. If I was just doing the story alone, I don't. I think this would have been pretty mid. I would have given it maybe a 74. Another example of them having limited resources and working under a clock was from Long Live the Lich, if you pay attention. Yeah, like I was just saying earlier, I think they should have made Joko the main villain of Season 4. Save Kralkatorrik for the expansion. Make an expansion around him. Joko could certainly do a whole season. You could have done 6 to 8 episodes just with Joko, just on the politics of Alona and Joko, on what else was going on over there. You have a lot of characters from Guild Wars 1 who wanted to be in on it. Get everything involved. I mean, I think the battle against Joko was fine. I just think given more resources and time, that could have been like Avengers Endgame type of finale, you know, where everybody comes out, where we do all these things and organize. Where it's ambitious. Hey, Keith. Oh, wow, there's a lot I could talk to her about. They put too much time into the Beetle, I think. They're trying to make it interesting. They're trying to give you a new mount. Again, that's mechanics, not story. But I think it was nice. They tried to do expansion level content. It goes from a 3-lane assault into just a damage spot. Yes. You can tell they wanted to do a whole event in the city. I wish they did. One of my favorite maps with the look of it, Grothmar Valley. Yes. I want more large forts, castle locations like that. I think Grothmar Valley was a great start to it. Should have had a dang Joko meta. There kind of is where we're attacking over there in Kendora. Kind of. I agree with you. I think it should. Right. Like it's kind of there. There's actually an unused room in Korna, and it looks like the bones to a victory room. Ooh, that would have been cool. Again, they could. Now, all of this just to take a point and say, look, we're all excited. We all wanted more. And that's a good thing. That's a good position to be in if you're ArenaNet. You know you have people who are interested and invested in your story, in your games, and want to see more. Hey, take your time. Take your time. Do the best you got within the story scope of what you have. You've done it before. You've done it before. You've done great work. Let's just build on it. And stop shooting yourself in the foot and like specifically hindering yourself in the finale. Finish the game before you start working on the other stuff. Yes, in the end, like in these situations, foreshadow. Have an idea. Have a concept of a plan of what you're going to be building towards. Make your players excited. Yes, give them a definitive ending, but also have them have something to look forward to. Like you see confetti falling, and for some reason they have I'm not energy as some kind of placeholder. Right. The new currency in every map is a bit much. I look forward to the updated story in 10 days. Me too. Me too. I'm going to get through season 1, then I'm going to do Soto, and then I'm going to do the whatever 2 or 3 episodes they have after that. And then I'm going to do Jump Their Wells, and by the time I do Jump Their Wells, the second part's going to be out, and I'm really looking forward to it. I really hope, you're right, Shun, I really hope that they kind of pick up. This isn't Terabad. This isn't like a point of no return. But please just show me some hope. Show me that you're going in the right direction. And that's fine. I'm willing to be reasonable. I'm willing to be patient. I want to like this game. I hope so. Jonathan Wells has been very good so far. Very good. Ooh. Oh, that's not the thing. It was Unbound, not Volatile, like it would be in season 4. There's no harm in keeping with the currency. I get that you want to make them exclusive to certain maps, but I don't think it would be the end of the world if we picked a currency and just kept it up for a bit. How are you feeling, Kate? Are you going to be okay if she leaves? I feel like you're kind of attached a lot. And I always keep getting mixed. Am I her champion or are you her champion? What are you going to do now? You're also not really Sylvari anymore. Yeah, you're more of a Crystal Bloom.
Some time to think about my responsibilities as leader of the Crystal Bloom. I've thought about returning home.
What? We haven't heard about the Pale Tree since Heart of Thorns. There's been a bit about healing.
If I could.
That is interesting. I like the reference to the Pale Tree. I wish they would do something with it. You had to map right to get there. You can tell they just started putting things together just to set it against the room, moved it off to Narnia, and called it a day. Yes. Like I said, you can only get out there with map breaking. I wish that they did it. Hey guys, push yourselves. You know what it is though? Must have expat content to get that currency. Yeah, and I wish it wasn't so blatant. I know, Malik. No, I want another tree in the game. They could have done it in Kanto. You had lots of opportunities. You could have done it in Alona if you really wanted to, but that's like a bit tweaking it. Like Kantha, you could have done it here. The Wardens, going into the Luxons, going more into that idea. Like, oh man, it also would have been one, you're absolutely right, Wins. It should have been in Heart of Thorns. I completely agree. That, let's say we missed that boat. We missed that boat. It could have been Kantha. I mean, give me some more. Make it a raid. Fine. Anything, please. I just think we're so past Malik. I feel like I don't think it's gonna happen. And there's a few parts of the story that never happened that haven't been followed up on. If only they had a history of the big old tree entity in the Echo Vault 4. Right! If only there was something where people transformed into trees, and we had people like Wardens who were out there that were very similar. Come on, man. Come on, it Ergos. That would have been a whole effing thing. Why am I telling you about your own like history and connections to Guild Wars 1 Arena Net? Why do I have to tell you? You know this. I hope you know that. I hope you know this. And there are moments. The thing is if they were just bad, whatever, dude. I would not have any hope. But there are moments that show me that they can do it well, and that's what like annoys me even further because I could see them doing these great touches and callbacks amazingly. Um, I feel like a large portion of the Guild Wars 1 team is gone at this point. But you have a wiki. You have people who play it. Like, I'm sure like your staff should play it. They forget they don't look. Yeah. I understand wanting to move forward and not wanting to be tied to the past. But your first game led you to your second game. Yes, we're here now in the second game and we're trying to establish this game. But okay, sure, let's throw all of one away. Hey man, what about Guild Wars 2? There's a lot of stuff you haven't followed up on. Want to know something that will annoy you? Think to Season 3. Remember Coda's Flame? Yes, I remember Coda's Flame. I know GMs do. Not sure about devs. Oh, what about Coda's Flame, Dell? Hey, remember in Season 2 when part of the secret, in Heart of Thorns, I think. No, Season 2. When we revealed the true heir to the throne of Kryda? What happened? What happened? Why was that not what gave you the warmth effect in Jorah Marches? Yes. That's not even Guild Wars 1 anymore. Well, come on, guys. Come on. I feel like there's so many involved things for Guild Wars 1 that can come into Guild Wars 2. They could. They don't have to. I'm even willing to say, fine, dude, I will move on. But how about Guild Wars 2 unresolved stuff resolved in Guild Wars 2? Mr. E? I feel like there are too many unresolved things from Guild Wars 1 that can come into Guild Wars 2. That's why I have going into Guild Gentry Wells. Happy. I am optimistic. I am not pooping on this game. I like what they've done. I would just like more. And I know that feels selfish, but I know they can do it. They've shown that they can do it at times. I agree with you. I would love to see the Foundry and the new map. There's a lot of stuff I would still love to see. A lot of stuff.
Most would likely volunteer.
Even then, the Crystal Bloom, what about the Order of the Dragon from Guild Wars 1? I really should limit my callbacks to Guild Wars 1. But with Ogden being from the Order of the Dragon, Brotherhood of the Dragon, the spoiler goes quiet. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. This is new content for me. I've only played up to End of Dragons, the core game, not the extras. We're now in the extras. I did play through Season 1 when it first came out, so I would love to see how they changed it to this content. The Foundry was the source of the Titans. Yes! In the mist. Yes! I want to see more of that. The Titans. I feel that there could have been a stretch of a connection between the Titans and maybe Balthazar. I want to know more about Balthazar's realm and Menzies and what the hell happened over there. This game has so much soul and lore that I wish they had WoW-sized team to be able to work on more. Yes, but be more efficient than the WoW team, of course. I agree with you, Shun. It's this passion that I'm excited about your product, ArenaNet. I'm not just sitting here to complain. I love your idea. I want to see more of it, and I just want you guys to succeed because I want to love this game. I really do. I like it right now, but I know it can be better. That's why I'm not saying anything about Jam Theory. We'll get there, Wins. We'll get there. We'll get there. I swear we'll get there. And you'll get my live reactions. I specifically stop myself from reading about Secrets of the Obscure and reading about Jam Theory Wilds. I want to go into it blind. Do you think we'll see Irene again?
No. But if I've learned anything,
But with Ori, it's to expect the unexpected.
She certainly surprised us more than once.
And I have a feeling.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm looking forward to it. Especially with how much you guys are excited about it. That's awesome. Except for seeing the awesome homesteads. Yes. I mean, I feel anything they've shown in their trailers or in their marketing material is fair game. Because that is public knowledge that ArenaNet is fine with you knowing. Cool. Anything further, I'm specifically trying to avoid. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And I will stop and I will rant for half an hour if that's the case on the stupid dialogue button if it comes across. I loved, again, I did enjoy Factions. I did enjoy End of Dragons. I did enjoy the Kurziks and Alexans. I just lament that a lot of it was side stuff, not part of the main story arc. Yeah, Wins was gracious enough to invite me over to her Halloween decorated place, and it was my first experience seeing any homestead. It was gorgeous. All right. Well, we're all set here. It is huge, Shun. It reminds me of Australia. Like you have your entire continent for it. Huge. Hey. That's all 3 achievements there. Okay, so before we move on to Secrets of the Obscure, I'm going to go back to Season 1. I like Uncertain Times. I hope they give us more locations in the future. I hope so too. As long as it doesn't take away from them being able to make a good story. I agree. I would love for them to delve into Shoteka from the Utopia canceled game of Guild Wars 1. I think that would be awesome. You know, Del, you mentioned Fire and Ice. Oh, you still need Living World 1. Yeah, nice. More homesteads, that is for love. So, remember how you talked about Fire and Ice? That is never used in the title over here in the Ice Fruit Saga? Flame and Frost. This felt like it was foreshadowing something with Primordus and Jormag. It never panned out. But, So it's only 5 episodes. And again, I did this a long time ago. Once a long time ago when it first came out. So before I move on, I wanted to go back to this really quick. So we'll start it right now, but I'll be wrapping it up over here. We'll have to organize those big events. That would be cool. I would be happy to help out however I can. Let's see here. Report to Heroes Canton. Okay, so that's the other one. I'm getting help when I can. I will let you know, Shun. Is there an easier way to get a hold of you, Shun? Instead of just sending you slow mail? Do you have a Discord, perhaps? I'm realizing I'm using that more for getting in contact with people now and organizing. I need a group for Tower. Good to have for LA. Okay, yeah, I'd be happy to. If you send me a personal note, either a whisper on here or something about what your Discord name is, I will send you a friend request. Oh, and the marionette fight. You know, I did that the other day as a strike mission, and it's not as hard as I thought it would be. Yes, it took us 8 tries and we wiped every time, but I was starting to get the hang of it. And I think if we did another 2 or 3 tries, we probably would have got it. But the marionette fight, I have tried. And I'm actually starting to get the idea of it. It just took a bit. A pug group. Well, we were all pug groups. And we were all brand new. In fact, as we were failing and dying, a lot of us were going on to Muckluk's video of how to do it. Including myself. So we could learn about it. Okay, so we're flashbacking a little bit. General Elmora, Soulkeeper. Call to arms. To all vigil available for activity. So what I liked in season 1 is that it didn't forget what you did in the personal story. So here we have the Pact, here we have the Vigil. This was something that I felt was kind of lacking in Heart of Thorns. Oh, well, actually, it felt it was lacking in season 2. This is a meta type, not just a strike. Oh yeah, I'd be happy to. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Let me get you on here. I'm gonna send you a request right now, so you know I'm doing it and not just. Oh, did you send me a message? Ooh, I will check out your music later. Wins. That sounds awesome. I am interested in it. Give me a second. Give me a second. So much stuff. Add friends. There you go. Add by username. And we have your username. Let me see if it works this way. Sending you an invite. Hopefully now? I hope it's you. I am willing to check it out. I know it's still technically medieval fantasy, but I am not as adamant about it as I was before. And I'm willing to try it out. A situation in Wait for Hills and the Plateau has come to our attention. I also love that they were reusing existing maps in season 1 instead of just creating new things. Eventually, we would have liked more. Looks like it worked. Let me double check. Boop. Discord. Hello, Shun. Just sent you a response. Awesome. I got you guys on there. Hopefully this will help me coordinate things a little bit better instead of just blindly guessing. So I will send you guys little notes here and there of when I'm available. I should be a lot more available now that school's kind of winding down. I got a few papers to kind of like wrap up, but we're at a pretty good point, I think. I'm at a pretty good point to be able to play a little bit more. I'll poke you guys about your schedule and your availabilities, and we'll see what we can do. I'd also be happy to help you guys in group content or anything else you're doing. The Vigil are responding, and all active Vigil representatives are being deployed. That means you. Celebration room in corner. Woo! Thank you, Dell. We learned about a major military offensive by the Molten Alliance and from the Dread Vigil. Oh, right. This is when the groups are being formed. Molten Alliance. Vigil forward scouts have arrived in the area and are leading the response. The Vigil taking innocent Tyrian citizens prisoners. That's unacceptable. Report at your earliest convenience to Tribune Ritlock. So this is we're combining different episodes into one. AD? Add? The city has organized the defense quorum and the Paradise Corps. That's the one I was talking about, by the way. Okay. The Corps and offers. All right. So I'll keep that there so I can remember to refer to that. Let me check out what you linked. Del, give me a second. You had your Guild Wars 1 outfit over here. Somewhere? Was it that far back? Oh, wait. No. It's in Corno, but it's outside the map. Yeah, that's the one that you said was cut content, right? There you go. I think I finally found it. Ooh, I like the gladiator armor with the sickle or the scythe. That sounds awesome. That looks awesome, sorry. I also like the gloves. Let's check out the second pick. Ooh, I like the shield. The destroyer weapons? They look like destroyer weapons. All right, let me scroll back down. Before I log off, I wanted to kind of catch up on all the things I swore I was going to look at. I like the outfit. It seems very like destroyer weapons. Oh, gorgeous. Oh my God. Just floating in space? Very ominous. Is that from going under the palace, outside the palace? That looks awesome. Looks very awesome. Oh, I got Chad over here too. Also, when you unlock the armor, you get a special helmet. Helmet? Oh! Oh, that's cool. What the heck? Wow. The moment you touch that, it instantly warps you back to the base camp. Wow. I, thank you for sharing, Shun. I appreciate it. All right, let me get this over here. Let me get that over there. Collect my money from the bank. Awesome. Just thinking I actually found it was spat breaking. All right. All right, so I think we'll be leaving it over here. That is the end of Dragons for the most part. I may just check out some achievements, check out some side quests, but I think we'll be moving on to Living World Season 1 next week. And then from there, going straight into Secrets of the Obscure, and I'm really looking forward to that. Got to put baby down. Have a good night, all. All right, guys, I'll be logging off from here. You guys have a very good night. Thank you so much, Del, Shun, Wins, Cranberry. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. By the way, the special ops armor is the best armor for medium. Ooh, peace out, sucker. Trying to drag you to Metatrain. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I will totally jump on. I will totally help out. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate you guys being here. I've enjoyed Guild Wars. I enjoyed getting back into Guild Wars. I'll see you guys hopefully next week. Throughout the week, we'll be doing different other streams, but Guild Wars 2 I specifically reserved for Friday nights. So thank you guys for being an awesome community. Thank you guys for everything. I will see you guys hopefully next week. And this has been End of Dragons. I'm out, sucker.